This spring, we'll be celebrating an incredible 5 years of Warzone. And on behalf of all of us who work to bring the Warzone experience to life each day, thank you for playing. It only feels right that to celebrate this milestone, we've got to go back to our roots, which is why I am happy to officially confirm that the iconic 2020 launch map from the Call of Duty Warzone Verdansk will return spring 2025.
Spring, baby! Right now.
We are live, boys and girls, watching Call of Duty Next. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. Today, I am joined by Tanner, as always, and at this very moment, we are watching COD Next. We had a few technical difficulties, so we got started a little late, but we didn't really miss anything because besides what must have been a very brief preamble from the devs on COD Next, they got straight into gameplay pretty much, and right now we are watching some gameplay live. So this COD Next is obviously being handled differently than COD Nexts of the past, because usually we see gameplay like once they're done with all their presentations, which makes doing a podcast on it easier. But in this case, they're not doing that. I don't really know what they're doing, but we do know that there are going to be some presentations. So what we're going to do is record this, watch some gameplay, see when they get to the next like dev presentation of Area 99 or other stuff like that. And when we're watching the gameplay, we're going to kind of just walk you guys through it, talk you guys through it. And we're of course showing it in the video version of the broadcast. But if you're just listening, we'll try to make even this section palatable to listen to, give you some thoughts and observations. And keep in mind, we'll have more detailed thoughts on Saturday when we'll do our kind of first impressions or more detailed analysis of COD Next. And if we need to, if they're doing too much gameplay and there's not really much more to say, we'll cut it out of the actual RSS feed that you guys hear. But Tanner, we're watching some gameplay. I have it muted right now. I figure that's the way to go for the gameplay portion. And then we can kind of unmute it once we get to the presentation stuff. But based on what we've been watching so far, what is your kind of first impression of multiplayer, of omni fucking movement and other things like that?
My very first impression is the time to kill seems very fast. Not Black Ops
It
level.
does seem
it seems
pretty
very fast.
Yeah.
And now we've got a cutscene, I guess. Got a little RCXD cutscene or something happening.
Yeah, so they're doing something. I'm going to unmute
Not
the
sure what's going
broadcast
on
here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
They've acquired the target.
So this is this is like first person POV. You're literally an RCXD.
Okay, we got a nice little cutscene. The legend.
It blew up a C-cam door or lock, I guess.
Hi, baby.
And then a guy got in a car that was in the C-cam.
Is that one guy? That one actor?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Returns.
I'm back.
They've got a
this
massive
guy.
budget. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I like that guy. He's a
How far
Brucey in
behind is
Prison
your
Break.
stream? What the hell is going on
the
here?
replacer is back, the one and
Yeah,
only
I'll do a little
Keystone, mate.
refresh
I think
'cause you're
every
Are
way
you
ahead of me.
watching the Twitch or YouTube? I'm watching Twitch.
parked outside,
Oh, I'm watching
Chris.
the YouTube.
You're gonna be able to get him in game soon.
I hope he's doing some donuts. Let's take a look at what's going on
YouTube's
with
better
Kind
quality,
of
so I'm
Funny
gonna keep
Games.
it
I saw him
YouTube.
post on Instagram this morning. So
broadcast.
fired
You
up
should
to
watch
play
on
the new
YouTube also.
title. How is the aim though? Okay, a one-shot kill there coming through. Let's see if he can
Okay, so
turn
we
into
saw
a
a
streak.
little
I
kill,
love the
a
dive.
cutscene
Well,
of
folks, this is Babel.
an RCXD, and then a Brucey, the actor, got into a car, and then it said the legend returns or whatever. I don't know if he was an actor in a previous COD game, but that's like a little lore tidbit. And
We
now they're
for
back
sure
to,
know the lore, yeah.
yeah, and we wish we for sure know. And now they're back to gameplay footage here. So a couple first impressions I have. Number one, we're already seeing cool looking like camos.
Mastercrafts, yeah.
Those are pretty dope. Number 2, visibility looks really good. Even in like dark areas, I'm seeing people pretty clearly, which I like to see. The time to kill does seem extremely fast, and I'm noticing now the total health in this game in multiplayer as of right now is not 150 like it is in MW3. It is 100, which would explain
we talked about that.
Why the time to kill is so much faster.
Well, they said it's 100 health, but the bullets are doing less damage, so it's supposed to just balance out.
And which is
totally fine, because that's less confusing. If it's just 100 health, it should just always be that, and then they just change the damage of the gun, honestly. But
I agree in theory, but yeah, I'm seeing people regularly getting 4 bulleted. This guy just died in 4 bullets.
Yeah, and I feel like MW3 multiplayer right now, it's often 5, even 6 bullets.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I don't play a whole lot of multiplayer, so I don't really know.
That terrible hit reg already. How did he not hit that snipe?
I noticed that earlier too. I was watching Biffle play and I saw him shoot some guy. I'm like, oh, it's a Treyarch game.
So yeah, hit reg not great. They're on land, by the way.
Yeah, they're inviting people to the event.
Kill from FIFA kill. 3 bullets with an SMG up close. So probably sprinkled in 1 or 2 headshots and got a 3-bullet TTK, which is really fast. But this guy, Hisoka, killed him in 5 bullets with an AR. So could just be like super steep damage drop-offs, and you're only going to see that really fast TTK up very close, because these guys are killing usually quite close. Another 5-bullet kill. So once I actually start, we actually start playing the game in the beta, that was dope. That was a nice little Omni movement triple. We will have a better...
Joe was frying.
We'll have a better feel for the time to kill. But it's actually, I don't think, quite as fast as I initially thought from watching this a little more.
It feels fake too. Like they're getting hit by 5 bullets, and it looks like the game now where it appears you're getting hit 2 or 3, maybe 3 times, but the kill feed is saying 5. I guess there's no aim assist in this game.
Yeah, the aim assist does look very weak.
But this is what happens. This is, I think we've said that the last 4 years. I swear to God, they nerf it in the beta, or players just don't know how to abuse it at that point, even though it seems like it would be the same.
Exactly. I think they're just getting used to the different movement and all that. All right, we have another presentation here. I'm going to unmute.
215 creators. We also have a few celebrity guests trying out Black Ops 6 multiplayer for the first time. And I just happened to have found an RG3. Hello, mate. How are you enjoying the game?
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
I don't recognize anybody.
4 years? 4 years been waiting for this bad boy.
Oh, he's an NFL quarterback.
It's been a long time, and it's good to
Robert
be back on
Griffin
Black Ops for
III.
sure.
Got it.
Now, how much time are you putting into COD these days?
I'm putting a lot of time because I don't know if you heard, but I'm recently unemployed. So
that's funny because he's not an NFL player anymore.
So
what happened to him, guys?
You certainly do, but
did he get canned?
I don't know who let you go, but I'm glad they did for me.
Lottie's trying to spit some game. Oh, she's married.
I have 215 creators in this place. It is stunning.
I'm a little uncomfortable with a multi-millionaires calling themselves unemployed.
These guys today?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's do it.
Oh, they're going. Yeah,
absolutely amazing. I didn't expect him to say
going
yes,
off somewhere.
Here we go. We're going to get RG3 mic'd up, but until
it's a cool venue, by the way.
It's a fantastic venue.
Yeah, this is very cool looking venue.
Oh, I would love to. Back to you, gents.
Oh, Korean Savage is here. Let's go, baby.
Reverse boost here.
Bottom fragger, yeah.
More from him on the team. But Chris, we've got plenty of time here with our creators still rocking and rolling.
Absolutely. Let's jump right back
into the game. So everyone's using the same UI, by the way, also.
That's a
it seems like a lot of people are just
actually, they were literally talking about how one of the other players was showing off a different one. He had his mini map right in the middle of his screen at the very bottom.
Yeah, and like I was just saying, a lot of different utilization of a lot of different UI overlays here.
215 of them. A lot of them incredibly.
All of these bullets to kill discrepancies we're seeing between 3 and 6 up close or relatively close.
Making their way.
Oh, miserable. Typical hit reg. Holy shit.
Implies to me that headshot multis are insane in this game.
This is Rewind. This is one of the many lanes here on the map, and I say many. I
I'm
mean
not
three.
sure,
There's only 3 lanes.
but that's what it seems like.
That's one of them. This is the middle of the map. Again, this is a sort of stores. There's a strip mall going on here, and on the outside, there's lots of fun. Again, Swisham now with another totally different HUD. Again, square.
Yeah, I mean, time to kill. I'm not really worried about so much because I think they would change stuff if all of these people complain. Like Treyarch would certainly make that change. You know, as would somebody like Sledgehammer, Raven.
Anyone except
it's just
Infinity
not going
Ward,
to
yeah.
happen if it's Infinity Ward, yeah. Oh, somebody's got an Overwatch elo. Just pick somebody and watch them.
Yeah, all this switching around is
they
making
dead
me
ass
nauseous.
are switching streams every 5 seconds. Just watch somebody.
Yeah. So a lot of people are liking this Scourge SMG, by the way.
We're also inviting people who play on 70 FOV, I guess. Shout out to Benny Central. I've got it.
Yeah.
Why is this guy wearing a face mat? Who's that?
I don't know, man. That's a super good question. I hate it, though. I can tell you that much. A lot, by the way, also.
I think we're on hotel Wi-Fi.
So, characters are also, like, leaning, which we saw in the BO6 Direct, where, like, if you're by a corner, your character will, like, auto-lean.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about that yet. Looks cool in a first-person point of view, but if I'm trying to, like, I don't know, shoot someone's head and they're, like, leaning around everywhere, that could get annoying. Like we saw, especially in MW2 with the auto-leaning stuff. But we'll see.
The lean looks unnecessary. It's
for sure unnecessary.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's for sure unnecessary.
If anything, I don't want my character to lean without me having some sort of input on it. But they said it's not very much, so like I'm pretty sure they mentioned that, so it shouldn't like mess up your tracking or aiming. But I don't know. I personally just don't want it.
Yeah, it's another thing you'll get used to also. But see, aim assist there, dog poop.
Well, this guy's also terrible.
That's a super good point, yeah. All right, so we're back to the desk here.
Plenty more Black Ops 6 action here. We're going to go to a very quick commercial break. You can still watch the stream. You can check out all the other folks in here as well. Don't go too far. More news after the break.
Watch Tim the Tap Man.
Why are they pushing Tim the Tap Man?
We're going to a little commercial break here. We won't subject you guys to that.
Why don't we pull up a little Biffle stream while we're doing that?
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you got to open up Twitch. Oh, okay. I immediately pull up his stream and he's shooting bodies. Love it.
He's shooting bodies, huh?
Dude, stim shots are great. I can't get over it. They look fan. It's a BO4 stim shot.
What is his Twitch name, by the way? Diaz Biffle?
Diaz at Biffle. Diaz Biffle, yeah. Diaz also Biffle.
I have found it. Okay, so now we're watching a Biffle POV. You keep YouTube open though, so tell me when to switch back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we're watching an actual good controller player POV. He's using the Ames 85, which
very
is
low recoil on this gun.
Yeah.
This is a satisfying looking little gun.
So the slides go bonkers. You
Crazy
slide
play.
really far. You also get extra XP for a stim kill, which is interesting.
It works. You got 3 bulleted again.
What works?
The aim assist does indeed work after watching Biffle, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of smoke and stuff there, yeah.
Yeah, the visibility now looks awful, but that's just the encoder or whatever that they're using.
Yep.
Because once they stop moving, it looks
Dude,
a
like,
lot
look
better.
how fast Evan comes around that corner and he's just dead.
Just zaps him, yeah.
This is definitely way too fast. I'm being serious. This almost looks like hardcore, actually. This is extremely fast at times.
Whose body is he shooting? Super Evan. Okay.
Yeah, I think his little bud Evan.
Okay, we're back.
Here we go.
With a look
We
at the
got
maps.
Subsonic kicking us off. Rudy,
that
take us through.
Lots of smoke and fire. Treyarch Classic.
Golf, and then this one's our
that map looks good. Red
map,
card.
In a soccer stadium in Avalon,
cool.
or Mediterranean-inspired region. Vault's also in the Persian Gulf. This one's a really fun one. I think you guys have seen in the trailer.
Possible competitive map.
Hopefully.
Probably back.
Very clean.
About a good 3-lane map.
Love that.
Shady.
And we're coming up on beta maps here, so let's take a look
Vorkuta.
A power surge shut off all the
closer
PCs.
at
that what they're
beta
saying?
maps.
So a ton of great maps in that. There's 8.
Are you
beta
serious?
maps that are just
8
awesome.
beta maps
8
in
beta
total.
maps.
Of course, we've got our 5 core 66
Babylon. About to find out.
and our 3 strike maps. Brittany, let's talk a little
Yeah, I
bit
didn't love this
more
map, by the
about
way.
strike maps.
No, that
Yeah,
looks
I
like
mean,
a terrible
you're gonna see
map.
them in a little bit.
Rewind
That
looks
looks
good.
good.
This is like the
These
Yeah.
are our
Zombies
extra
map.
small maps. If you know,
Skyline.
face-off, gunfight, super popular in Cold War, so we wanted to make these part of our standard offering and really lean into the designs for these.
Derelict.
There's a lot of
So right now
fun
they're just showing
controlled
some of
chaos.
the
There's
beta
no
maps
score
here.
streaks.
Yeah, so there's of course no score streaks on
Yeah.
the face-off maps.
Yeah, we want to let you
Gala.
live a little bit and get around.
I strike maps are
very
my
pretty.
favorite.
I like the
to
vibe
just
of all of these. Most
turn my
of them.
brain
Pit,
off, run forward, and kill it, be
depression, terror. It's gonna be the worst
I mean,
map
I
in the
think
game.
that's how I
That
approach
looks
every
awful.
match of Call of Duty.
Looks really
Period.
extremely
But,
bad, actually. Yeah.
I mean, we're calling that the
Stake
strat,
out,
then let's go.
like the feds.
But Matt and Neil, we also have
Illegally stake
intelligent
out.
movement in
Innocent
Black Ops 6.
civilians.
Now, this is sort of all
Yeah,
part
look at
of
nobody's
a
playing.
lot of the bigger movement changes we've made with Omni
Them
movement.
PCs
Can you talk
crashed,
to us a
man.
little bit about what intelligent, how intelligent movement works for players and what it can do for them?
Yeah, so it really started with, we know we're asking more and more of our players how many times we're asking them to click a button or a key, and we want players to be focused on what they want to do and not how to do it. So intelligent movement at a very high level will reduce how many times you have to click your stick to sprint or slide or do all that. So it'll be in your player settings. Check it out in the beta. It's broken up into 3 settings. Please, please, please check it out. It's going to make your game easier.
Yeah, further customization for how you want to traverse the world, which is super awesome. And like I said, Omni movement, we've been talking about it all day. We're seeing it all day around us. You're going to feel it for yourself in the beta this week, hopefully. But it's designed for players of all skill levels. And, you know, if you're a little unsure...
Yeah, this is all stuff they've talked about in BO6 Direct, where you can, like,
from the beginning, we wanted
auto
to make
mantle
sure
and
everyone
stuff.
had
This
those
setting you won't
awesome
use
Black Ops moments,
unless
kind of
you're
that action hero.
Yeah, they're really
just
trying to
be bad.
Some of this just allows it to be a little bit easier for different different
never
players.
want to just,
And
like,
also just
relinquish
really good
control
players
when you
and
can
find
have
their
it
sweet spot
in
of,
an
like, I don't want
FPS
to click
game.
to sprint,
I
stuff
would
like that.
agree, yeah.
It's super helpful.
And if you still need help, we've got a training course in the beta on a new map, Protocol, which you'll get a sneak peek at. That's a launch map, but go check out the training course if you need to get your feet a little bit more wet.
Yeah, so check out the Omni Movement training course in beta. Sneak peek.
It's good they have a little
at the
training
Protocol.
course for Omni
and
Movement,
speaking
by
of
the way.
beta,
That is
you can
actually
tune into the Call of Duty
using that.
podcast this week and get some neat tips and tricks. But let's take a look at the beta schedule here, kicking off August 30th.
Wait.
And if you want in on that Omni Movement training course, you'll of course need access to the beta. So pre-order Black Ops 6 or
So
subscribe
September
to
5th,
select
you can't
Game
play the
Pass
beta?
plans and get early access to the Black Ops 6 multiplayer
That's weird,
beta
isn't
starting.
it?
Yeah, that's
very
what we're doing
soon.
this Saturday.
Don't
We're
forget to
talking
pre-order.
about the beta,
Yeah,
not
you
the
can
COD
pre-order
Next
now.
review.
So,
I
what are you
forgot
doing?
about that.
Yes,
That's what
go
we put
make
in
sure
the
you
schedule.
pre-order.
But no, we're going to be talking about the beta.
And you can
on
also
Saturday.
earn, you know, neat
Yeah.
We'll have
rewards. Your XP will count
Which is what I
towards.
said.
Absolutely, we wanted to make sure anyone that's playing the beta, they feel like they're still progressing in MW3 and those things. So it's just a huge level up.
Come have fun.
Play.
Progress.
Come play. Let's do it. All right, we've had a sneak peek at some of our operators out there in gameplay, and people seem to particularly be digging Klaus. But can you talk to us a little bit more about building out these characters and the factions a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really starts with the story of Black Ops 6 and
It's a
the
great
single-player
Treyarch hat, by the way. I need that.
So on one side, we've got your rogue Black Ops agents. You're hunted on the run. You don't have Uncle Sam backing you. And then on the other side, you've got Crimson One. They do have the military machine backing them, and they're trying to chase down those rogue Black Ops agents.
And it's been a huge push for us just on fidelity of all those. Like you see with the maps, they're the best looking maps we've ever done, but that didn't stop with maps characters as well. So how can we make sure that these are truly Black Ops characters, but just the fidelity that we're pushing on the view model, everything in third person, all the animation stuff.
The woman's
Shout out to all
corner.
the graphics engineers back at home, but like huge push there.
There's a guy
Yeah,
there.
it's been awesome. So make sure you're watching the streams. We're going to get a look at some more operators in action today. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these badass Black Ops agents from the Vault
Okay,
Edition.
so there are more stuff no one
Adler.
should care
This is
about.
actually an Adler skin,
Here's an
which is
operator
pretty
skin.
cool.
It looks pretty
Do you have a
goofy already.
Joanna, you've got a favorite, don't you?
Whoever
this is
leaked
my
that it's going to
favorite.
start
This is
with like
Brutus
realistic
from our
looking
fan favorite
operator
Map
skins
Pop of the
was
Dead.
categorically wrong.
You know we gotta work
We're not
some
at
zombies.
Oh, yeah, they
in
did
there.
talk about that, huh?
Nice
We're,
Treyarch.
I mean, we're
It's a
halfway
Black Ops
there,
game. We need our
certainly.
zombies. There's Klaus. Yep. Like
Okay,
I said, Klaus I
yeah,
think is
this
my
is
favorite
a
in
literal
X so far. We've
robot
heard a lot of
operator skin. It
Klaus
looks
The thing
cool.
is-
chat.
The thing is,
that's
a
it
lot
for
of the
us at
super
Desk Treyarch
nerds
team.
who get
Thank
mad
you for
about like
joining us.
wubs, they don't
We're
get
going
mad
back
about
to
these
gameplay.
skins for some
Camos,
reason. I don't know if you've
classic
noticed that,
prestige,
but it's just like
leveling your
when they
loadout are
add
coming up
cat
next at the
skins,
desk. For now, let's
wubs,
check.
fish head, stuff like that. That's when people get mad. But like when it comes to these weird Treyarch ones, they don't complain about them. I've got it.
Exciting new updates and content coming to Black Ops 6, but there is a lot, folks, so stay tuned. More of that at the desk, but for now, we just sort of been salivating in the back end. Folks, let's, we're joined by Ali Cat and we're joined by Nameless.
Yes.
Target and I have been having a little too much fun. We're not going to make you guys run. No one's
not?
running.
Do you want to?
I'm down.
I kind of want to.
All right, let's go.
We're
Already gone rogue.
We're running in a circle?
So Black Ops
I hate it.
6.
I'm gonna, yeah.
I hate
I'm gonna
it.
buy a
We're moving
motorcycle.
around the,
I
around
can't
the
do
stage
this.
here. This
Yeah, we
bit's
need to
not
give
good
them
for
each a
folks.
motorcycle.
Real quick.
What's
How you
up,
feeling about
Cap?
that?
I mean, it's incredible. You know, I've been geeking backstage, talking to all the devs, and about the attention to detail
Oh, the
in
two-shot
everything in this
time to
game has
kill.
been unbelievable. And as we're going to jump into some gameplay, we're going to see it put on display here. The Omni movement, for me, the best thing ever.
Ali, what is the first weapon? What is the first class we're going to be building when you
Okay,
touch
so
the beta
more
in 2 days?
multiplayer
When I
gameplay they're
touch it, I
showing
got to
here.
touch it
I've been
yesterday, and
baited
I
once again. I hate how they're doing COD Next this year, bro.
Well, we're gonna have multiplayer gameplay for like the next 20, 30 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a disaster of a COD Next, actually, so far.
It's probably fine if you're like just a viewer, but for us, it's very inconvenient.
Yeah. Seeing a little sniper here. See, the pop-ups on the HUD are in much better locations.
By the way, sniper aim assist, not too strong. That guy had like a near miss on a sniper at a guy pretty close. So that's good to see, because in our last Treyarch game, full snipers in Cold War had like good aim assist, and it was really bad, and they ended up changing it a couple months after launch because it was so broken. So that's good. Did you see him like throw his gun from his left hand to his right there?
No, I looked away.
That was interesting. Yeah, the transition between like jumping, sprinting, and all that, you're doing more with your hands. It looks like a little more almost realistic. Like YYing they made look like a little more realistic, basically. Which doesn't really matter, but
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how all that looks, but it really doesn't matter at all.
it doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it looks a little weird, in my opinion.
Yeah, he'll be like holding the gun only with his left hand on the foregrip, and then he'll like be holding it only with his right hand on the pistol grip. And then, yeah, like switching back and forth. Oh, that guy has plates.
So what are they play? Yeah, I think this is the mode they're playing. Well, I don't know because they keep swapping.
It could be a kill streak or field upgrade too, because in Cold War, I believe that was a kill streak you could get, like an armor plate.
Yeah.
Plate this.
But also in that same mode, they were like being downed. So I think it's something to do with that game mode. RCXD looks cool, man. It's a dope looking little model in this game.
Yeah, it looks bigger, which is good.
I think it's
than
just
it
a
used to
view of
be.
it. It's like you're closer to it or something, maybe.
Okay. So this is a pretty cool looking map, by the way. I forget the name of it, but I like this map. I mean, that guy didn't have much AA there.
Yeah, plates again. Okay, that's the revive mode. Because something said revive there. Oh, this is that bounty mode. This is that HVT mode. So it's probably everyone just has plates. Well, he just shot like 2 or 3 people that had it. You really think they all have it at the same time?
In a beta where there aren't that many options, maybe. Because I'm like almost positive. Someone in chat can confirm in Cold War. It was either a kill streak or a field upgrade. It wasn't tied to a game mode. It might have also been tied to game modes, like the big mode, whatever it was called, Firestorm or whatever. But I'm pretty sure it was a kill streak. But either way, I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so now we have
kind of game.
Some couple got married.
That's how I met all of my friends. That's how I met Chloe.
Okay, yep, and I will now be muting that. Yeah. So yeah, this is
marry that COD next.
Cute. This is cool, actually.
Yeah. They're on like a rooftop somewhere. That's cool.
It seems kind of weird to have a wedding in front of a bunch of strangers, though.
Yeah, who have like cameras. Like, every single person has a camera up in your face, too.
Yeah, I'd kind of rather just.
And they're all disgusting looking gamers, but yay.
But it's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah. Novaria, the $20 super chat got some birthday cash. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you, big giant dog.
Happy birthday,
thank you
bud.
for the 20 bones. Zanoli, thank you again, by the way, for the gifted memberships, and GCB for the 50 fake dollars that are worth less than real dollars. All right, so we're back to a little interview.
Just saw got married yesterday.
This is the married couple, so I'm remuting it. I've received it. Call of Duty News is in the ticker, like we're watching Fox News. Okay, man.
Oh, I guess I haven't really noticed it. I think that's what they're like doing. That's the thing. I think they're trying to act like it's a news thing. It said like live Washington, D.C. Yeah, it's just part of their little theme.
Yeah, which is fine. It's just funny. This guy's not very tall for an NFL quarterback, by the way. Well, I guess maybe he is. Probably like, what, 6'4"? He's fine. He's a sufficient height. I take it back. So we're still just kind of...
Oh, hold on.
Wading through this trash.
The honeymoon plans are going home and playing the beta.
Okay.
I've received that.
Yeah.
Will the game be good? And no, Pop.
RG3 is like 6'2", yeah, which is what I said. All right, so we're back to
the honeymoon later. There's a beta to play.
So I wanted them to explain who those people were. There's no way they're just
married. I think they're literally just randoms. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do they just invite randoms? Hey, it's our favorite little bud.
Surely.
What was I saying? Yeah, or like, is one of them like work for Treyarch, or like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Who's Kane Brown? Anybody in chat know this looks like somebody famous, or he's just like a goofball? Bro's playing with sunglasses on.
Yeah, and he's got like the pencil stash. A lot about this guy.
Supposedly he's a singer.
Yeah.
And he's playing with motion blur on. Stop inviting these people. Kane Brown is a country singer?
We've got to disable motion blur. I mean, a miserable nade. Yeah, this guy is. Okay.
Some dev needs to go up and slit every attendee's throat who is playing with motion blur on.
Yeah, they need to take it out of the game.
Spill some blood.
Jack style. So we're back watching some more gameplay.
How does motion blur not bother them? Because they don't have a clue.
POV. I actually kind of like that they invited some celebrities who are just completely average at this game, so we can see what the average player's experience will be like, you know?
That's true, man.
The truth lies!
Phase scope. Okay, here's a little sniper nerd.
Yeah?
That's a nice shot.
That was a nice shot, actually. So there's still a penalty, by the way. So like Omni movement, I know we've talked about being very worried that people are going to like dive peek and rip you really quickly. But there is still the same, not the same penalty, but diving is less punishing in this game than it is in like MW3. But it is still somewhat punishing because once you land that dive, you are still like stuck there for a minute. You are like, it's a commitment still to do a dive like that. And if you just dive like too crazy, you can't just immediately pop back up and keep moving. So it's maybe not quite as like disgustingly overpowered as we might be worried about.
That's true. It'll be like in Warzone last year, Mazra, when people would be like in the open and they would be diving to try to like get you to miss shots, and we would always talk about, hey, I love when you dive because then you're stuck in that animation and I can just shoot you as you're laying on the ground and you can't move because you're an idiot and you made a bad play. And the game had no movement, so people would just dive and then get stuck on the ground. It was funny.
Yeah. Like in MW2, we talked about like the only time you should be diving is if you're diving into cover, so that you can like do that, you know. Oh, thanks, Raids? Big dog. Raids? Yeah. I'm ready to play.
Yeah, let's move on. I'm just done with multiplayer because it's been leaked. I don't care about this at all.
I'm done with multiplayer because it's been leaked, and also I don't need to see this much of it, especially after a leak. And also, I want to play it. And also, you showed us all this in BO6 Direct. Like, even if it hadn't been leaked, I almost wouldn't care about this. I would. I lied. This is a great POV, guys. Bro's literally not playing, and they switched to him. Okay.
And they had him pulled up for longer than half the people they do playing.
That's correct.
Fire them.
That is correct, yeah.
Ranked multiplayer season 1. Okay, so that's what Charlie Intel is saying, supposedly.
I mean, that's, of course, yeah. Why wouldn't that be the case? Was that ever a question?
I don't know. Somebody in chat was asking earlier, and then I guess Charlie Intel confirmed it's coming in season 1.
Thanks, Charlie. Hey, Call of Duty's releasing on October 25th, by the way. More breaking news.
Why is FaZe Scope off by himself over there? He's got a nice little spot, dude, away from the crowd.
We're getting a best play. We're finally seeing a play of the game.
It never has been before. Ranked multiplayer didn't come out in season 1 in MW3.
So play of the game actually worked, and here's the winner circle. We haven't seen this yet. Okay, pretty cool. I like it. Yes, the fact that it's coming in season 1 is really special, actually, because that's never been done before. So ranked multiplayer right away is going to be pretty sick. By the way, a couple things to mention for you guys. If you're on controller, start getting used to the hybrid setting for dive/slide now, because diving is going to be way more effective in this game than it is in MW3. So you're going to want to have that option in your toolbox. So use the hybrid setting. I don't know exactly what it's called or what it even does, but that's going to be the meta, trust me. So switch to it now in MW3 to get used to it, and then by the time BO6 comes out, you'll be able to dive and slide at your leisure, as the Brits would say. And diving is actually going to be like another way to peek an angle, which is kind of not really right now. So that's one recommendation. Recommendation number 2, stop using your XP tokens, because they will probably carry over to BO6. And if they don't,
certainly,
who cares? What are you using them for now? So, yeah. But yeah, besides that, we're still just seeing some more multiplayer gameplay. Should be getting into a proper presentation here pretty soon, though. I suspect in roughly 8 minutes. So, stick with us. Hang out. So.
Little MP5 action. Ooh, that little quick mag.
We've invited a 16-year-old to COD Next. Okay, good sniper glint, by the way. We like to see that.
She's got a better quality stream than most of these people do.
Yeah, she does. The backwards dive is pretty crazy, by the way. She was like sitting on her butt at the end and just like ripped that kid. Miserable nade.
This is the best POV they've watched, actually.
But yeah, this girl's actually pretty cracked.
So gunplay. So that MP5 right there. Oh, Shaken's girlfriend.
It's Jaken's best friend.
That gunplay right there. There was no. Oh, and she's playing with motion blur on. Kick her out. Kick her out.
Yeah.
Or depth of field, not motion blur.
Jaken's
kick her out either way.
Careful.
What was I saying?
She's been two-shotted
no muzzle
by a
smoke
pistol.
on that MP5. Was she?
Yes. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's got to be. I get it's a pistol, so you're technically at a disadvantage if somebody good is shooting back at you. I guess she's not. But that's got to be at least a 3-bullet right there, minimum.
Yeah. So now we're seeing some more advertisements.
Herman Miller, huh?
I don't think sniping's going to be OP in this game with it not having aim assist or crazy aim assist anyway, and also with the time to kill being so fast. I don't think sniping's going to be overpowered, which is good. I want it to be viable, but not OP. So I think that's kind of what it looks like right now.
Hey, Triumph Motorcycles, the official motorcycle of COD Next.
Please give everyone I don't like at COD Next a Triumph motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah. Doug deserves one. He should get a little Triumph.
Doug deserves a suite of them. One for him, one for his wife.
Yeah.
One for everyone he loves.
Shout out to motorcycles.
We love motorcycles. All right, so we're seeing a little cutscene here. I'm going to unmute. It's not a cutscene. I've been baited. Okay, but we're at the desk, so I'm going to unmute
we've
again.
got more from the Treyarch team. Here we go. More amazing humans to talk about Black Ops 6.
Pablo Ortiz, great name, by the way.
Lawrence Metten to dive into everything yet again.
You're way ahead of me.
Great God, he's handsome. Pablo Ortiz is a great looking guy.
He is a great looking guy.
Jesus Christ.
The amount of
that's the most handsome game dev I've ever seen. Yeah.
This game.
Okay, here we go. New info, maybe. Here we go. Here we go.
Nameless and Alley and Pocket. We've already got a meta conversation going, so
we're
we
getting
have
into
no one
gunsmith
better
and
to
camo
talk
system
about
here, boys and
than
girls.
Pablo. We know the players can't wait to get their hands on the Black Ops 6 weapons in the beta. We've been seeing them in action. I've heard a little love for the Tonto, the XM4, the Jackal.
Tonto.
We're going to get into that a little bit, but what was your general approach to designing the weapons for this game?
Yeah, on a high level, we really wanted the gunplay to be super tight, really fluid with all the movement that we have going on as well. But still hitting that high fidelity, like best looking weapons that we've ever done.
It kind of reminds me of a Gabe, like the hair.
Yeah.
The hair is very
That's
Gabe.
the truth, though, man. They look fantastic.
Well, we did see some of the inspect animations too, and they are fire.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're looking and feeling great, and yeah, a lot of variety too. That was a big goal for us, making sure that every weapon has its own distinct identity. You know, audio, visuals.
Oh, you got a hit marker. Their own
So
distinct
you're going to see
identity,
a lot of
which is
classics
interesting.
returning, like the XM4, better than ever before. But it's Black Ops, so operators are getting their hands on a lot of experimental prototype weapons as well, and those
I
start
like to
getting
hear
a little more
that
out
too.
there.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of prototypes, we have some weapons coming at launch in Black Ops 6 that are completely new to Call of Duty,
weapons,
all new to the franchise, never been in a game before. That's
a weird
so
looking
awesome.
gun.
Yeah, it's
like an
really
AR
awesome.
with a
And
box
really
mag.
just comes back to the weapons team having a blast exploring
all new
and
weapons.
capturing that 90s
That's
essence.
actually a lot of like
Pretty
brand new
untapped
types
for
of
the
weapons.
franchise.
Actually,
Yeah, we've never been to the 90s.
we usually get
God.
Guys, we're very,
very
we're very
few
well versed in the
new
90s.
types of
we
weapons.
are. Yeah, personal
Don't
experience.
date us.
That's a pistol.
Hey,
Don't call that a new weapon.
Too, okay?
So at launch, you know, 12 of our weapons players will be seeing for the very first time ever in Call of Duty, which is awesome. And you're gonna get to play with a bunch of those in the beta as well.
Are they? So we will be able to mess around with those in the beta.
Yes,
okay.
yeah. I know people. I've seen a lot of Jackal PDWs.
God, she's licking her lips.
The Vault Edition floating around out there in the stream, and yeah, that weapon's amazing if you love playing aggressively, rushing objectives.
Again.
Yeah, if you're a little impatient like me.
Gun.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I want to see it in action.
So they are going to show
a
Area 99 gameplay, by the way.
Very exciting.
Ooh, that's going to be
absolutely
Which,
awesome. But, I mean,
we already
even
knew
more
from
to
that
talk
leaked
about
image,
too, right?
but
Because
that's
what
you guys are also approaching things differently with attachments as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I wish I could fast forward
really
time.
excited about where we landed with
an hour and a half
attachments this time around. kind of two core pillars, right? The first was attachments should always feel really good.
So 25 optic options on this AR they're showing here.
And the second pillar was giving players confidence.
He was saying attachment should always make a weapon feel good and better.
You know, feel like they can experiment in gunsmith and
basically
make their own builds
we
without
talked
having
about how
to
the
go
attachments don't have a lot of cons.
Yeah, you're kind of you want to empower people to have the confidence to build their own loadout, use those attachments, know what they're doing.
No more Bates
I think
builds.
It's awesome, and we're gonna hopefully see a lot of customization
They
here.
should shadow ban you if you put on less than 5 attachments.
Yeah, now what else should we know about attachments here? Like, because I feel like there's more than meets the eye with all this stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, players are going to notice that there's way fewer cons across the board, and attachments are more focused on providing 1 or 2 big chunky improvements.
Yeah, so that's what we speculated, fewer cons
that's
across the
mostly
board.
consistent in terms of where those improvements will be on all your weapons, so that you quickly are getting into these situations where you're like, okay, I want to make my weapon ADS faster. I know I go to the rear grip, I put on the quick draw. It's that simple.
Love that. Yeah, yeah.
And we're going to get deep into weapon progression with Lawrence here in a little bit, but talk to us about what things are shared in terms of unlocks in the attachment system.
Yeah,
Probably
so
gonna be the same optics.
For most of the attachments, you're going to go through your normal weapon leveling journey and unlock everything for just that weapon. But then optics are going to be shared within a class.
Oh,
nice.
That's huge.
Yeah, so if you're playing with your XM4,
optics
you might
are shared
unlock,
within a class,
like, a
not
red dot or
globally
something
now.
like
That's
that,
interesting.
And you're going to immediately be able to put that on your AK, no matter what level that AK is, right? It could be.
Oh, that is big.
May have never touched it before. It might be rank 1.
This guy's never played previous COD. He's like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, we have more than that right now, which is fine. I don't really care either way, but
stand.
Not it. Yeah, not it.
That's me.
No, I love iron sights. I love iron sights, but having that ability to be able to go across is absolutely
Why would you
Give me
love
some
iron
good,
sights?
clean glass. That's all I need.
Yeah, well, now we got it. No matter what, as long as it's unlocked in that class. But Matt, actually, you know,
oh, here we go.
Time to kill is something that players are always curious about with a new title, TTK, Time to Kill. How did you guys approach that for Black Ops 6?
It is a critically important part of the game. So I'll go through some quick hits, right? We're slightly lower TTK. You're going to die a little bit faster than something like Cold War. We're at 100 health. We've tested a ton of different health values and around with the weapon damage, but we feel like where we're at right now, it sits really well in the world of Black Ops 6 with Omni movement, our attachment philosophy. But of course, we're definitely looking for data and feedback in the beta, so please give it to us in appropriate ways. And we will listen and assess and adjust.
Follow at Treyarch for more on that. We'll be looking for it throughout the beta.
I'm definitely very interested in how Omni movement and that lower TTK are going to play with one another. We're even seeing it here come to life too, and it's been really fascinating. And I think it's only going to just continue to add a little bit more. You know, and make you be a bit more strategic.
Yeah, I mean, it was really important to be able to react.
Yes.
Right. So we don't want the health so low that you just immediately die. Yeah. But we don't want it so high to where you get frustrated. Right. So we feel like we're in a really good spot to where you get a little bit of a dance, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah. Now,
designed with Omni movement in mind.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Now, Lawrence, my fellow camo enthusiasts out there are many of us. I hear you have some really exciting things for us in terms of
new
challenges
camo system
this game.
Yeah, so there's a lot you're going to be able to do with weapons.
Yes.
First off, we're bringing reticle challenges and reticle customization.
Okay.
That's
massive.
this year. We have an update to the
gold camo looks good. Diamond looks horrific, like it always does.
Some really dope massive
terrible.
Dark Spine.
And Dark Spine looks dope, dude.
And we are confident we're delivering
Dark
the best
Matter, there it is,
camos
gorgeous.
we've ever seen.
And
in
then
the
Dark
franchise.
Matter,
absolutely gorgeous.
Really good looking.
Back and better than
perfect
ever.
as it always is.
And when you shoot
Gorgeous.
this thing,
Back in the
Put it on the
again, as Jonathan Bon Jovi
Get it on the
would say.
mag though too.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna have the camo right, unfortunately.
We'll have more to
Dark
show
Matter looks perfect.
later in the broadcast with the other modes.
It's such a good camo. Love the colors.
That's just only a taste and a moose boost.
Animated, master camos for every mode.
I'm gonna call out. Lawrence said it. The team killed it on the master camos. I see the conversation come up of which was the best gold camo. I see Black Ops 1 come up a lot. I don't necessarily disagree. I think we've topped it.
I don't care.
I think we've topped
bold.
it. Yep.
Bold move, bold move.
Let us know.
Hey,
Yeah, let us know.
there are a lot of cool stuff here, without a doubt. Here,
There are a
these
lot
things
of
are
cool
looking
stuff.
absolutely
Got it.
incredible, but also something is.
I mean, a
looking
horrific
equally as
sentence.
incredible. Our Vault Edition weapons.
Oh, it's the Vault Edition weapons that they'll for sure make many of this
Look at
year.
these things. They look so cool.
And everybody's running these on the streams today. Like we've seen these in action.
Oh yeah, good point. If they
Gorgeous.
showed
Of course,
these
if you pre-order the
camos,
Vault
we'll probably
Edition
see the
and
Zombies
you can
Masteries
unlock bonus content,
during this as
including
well, which
the
will be
Hunters versus
fantastic.
Hunted
That would be
Operator
possible.
Pack, the Mastercraft weapon collection.
That's sick,
the
that knife.
Gum Pack,
Yeah, that
and
is
Season
cool.
1 Black Cell. Plus, if you pre-order the Vault Edition, you will get the chance to use these operators and these weapons. And look at these. I mean, this is absolute
Insane.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
You're going to get to use them in the beta. So that's freaking awesome. I'm really stoked for that one.
I like Spooky Fish Knife.
Yeah,
He's trying to hurt you.
He does try to hurt you.
Yeah, it clearly is Spooky Fish Knife.
I
Now,
forgot
I
what
don't
his
like when
actual
these
name
people
is,
try to
but
have
that's the one that
personality.
it calls
It
out
bothers
to
me.
That's the name. Actually, they're
Perfect,
they're
yeah,
gonna change
just
it in the
change it
game.
in game.
Yeah, it's awesome. Now, of course, there is one thing in particular that I have been excited to ask today, and this is the return of Classic Prestige. We saw the announcement; people were popping off about it.
Okay,
Lawrence,
so
what can you
Classic
tell us
Prestige, new
about,
challenges, and ranked
Classic
play
Prestige?
news
Just give
are
us
the
an
next
overview. What
broad
we should be
topics
expecting? Because I hear
Prestige right
Classic,
now.
I think Classic.
Yeah, and I mean that's what
Again, we're just
delivering in
rehashing
Black Ops
things we
6,
learned in
and
BO6
then some.
Direct.
So,
I've received
we're
it.
super excited to be bringing Classic Prestige back to the franchise. If you're from
Lawrence
unfamiliar
Martin
with
also,
Classic Prestige,
handsome
you're
lad.
going to start leveling up 1 to 55.
They're a handsome studio.
unlocking content
Better looking
as
than
your
Infinity
guide.
Ward,
Yeah.
Raven.
If you hit max
Yeah,
level,
Pablo
you're
could
gonna have
use
the
a couple
choice
more
to
pounds on his
prestige,
body.
Relock all that
I think
1 to
that's his
55
only
content.
flaw.
Pablo could
Do
get
it
some
again.
pounds. Yeah, eat
Yeah.
a little bit
And
more.
you still
Yeah.
get the perma unlock as well, like it was back in the day.
That is back. So
Okay.
every
Said
prestige, you're
Razinon.
going to have a permanent unlock. If maybe you lost access to your
155.
favorite weapon or your favorite perk, use that permanent unlock,
I'm
get it back
154,
right away.
actually.
We have 10 prestiges in Black Ops 6. Make it through those. You'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 levels to climb through.
Let's take a
Love
quick
that.
look at our
Goodness
sneak
gracious,
peek
great balls of
Prestige
fire.
1 icon.
So I remember
Also, we're looking at the
having a
Prestige
conversation
icons
with
now.
Lawrence in our office. I
Prestige
think maybe
1 is
we
a
shared an office at the
zombies
time,
guy,
talking
which is
about
kind of
bringing
cool.
this back, and it's like,
Actually.
well, if we're going to make the best Black Ops game ever, then you kind of got to do it. And we said it's got to be a no-brainer to want to enter Prestige. And the team, Lawrence, hats off, like absolute no-brainer.
Chat, when I hold this button, you can still hear the announcers talking, right? Tell me if the
Yeah, I love that you've said too. It's not
desk
so
cuts out here.
punishing that you've made it super rewarding, and like, of course, I'm going to want to relock everything.
Did
I'm
you
not
hear her
risking
talking?
it all, so to speak.
Yeah.
So on top of that, you know,
It's
pretty great rewards.
Yeah,
to
actually,
talk about too.
that's the other thing too,
No
right?
cutout,
Because
good.
you know,
Okay, thank
one of
you.
the things that we always enjoy about the track and putting in that time in is unlocking things and getting stuff. So what are going to be some of the prestige rewards,
Here we go.
and just in general that we should be expecting with
Yeah,
this?
so we didn't want to just bring back Classic Prestige. We wanted to go bigger than
Got
ever.
it.
We wanted to build
Yeah.
the most rewarding version of Classic Prestige we've ever seen. We have a ton of high-value skins, blueprints, charms, and more, all created just
Okay.
for the Prestige system.
Okay.
And I mean, we showed the Prestige 1 icon a minute ago.
Amazing.
If that
Great
looked
jacket.
like the World at
And it
War
fits him well.
zombie team,
Yeah, I was
with a
gonna
plain
ask.
white
It's
tee
got a-
under, classic
really
style.
familiar.
Hint, hint.
it's because it is. And so
Got
one
the little
thing we're doing in
BO6
Black
pin
Ops 6
on.
is
Yeah, the
each
devs have
prestige
great
is actually
style and
themed
fashion
after a
sense,
game
and then
in
the
Black Ops
other
history.
people
So not
absolutely
only are we bringing
don't.
back a fan favorite classic
By the
system,
way.
it's
Yeah.
oozing with nostalgia.
Let's break
It's gonna
that
take
down.
you on
That's
a
gonna
trip
be a
through the
Saturday
past Black
episode.
Ops games. We're super excited.
As a fashion
wait to
expert.
see what the Black Ops 1
I would
is.
know.
Oh, I'm so
I
excited.
mean, I think people are going to
You
love
don't wear a
these so
chain
much. but
outside of your
Lawrence,
clothes.
what happens to your weapons when
Generally.
you're relocking? Just because this is a new system,
Ooh.
we want
Oh,
to
some
take people
animated
through what
calling
they should
cards.
expect in terms of
They're showing
what
all three
happens
of
to
them
100%er
100%er
for Warzone, by the way.
Ooh,
Classic
good
Prestige,
catch,
if it wasn't
dude,
a
yes.
little dangerous. You're
So
gonna relock that
Warzone,
1 to
calling
55
cards and
content.
challenges.
But you're not going to lose weapon progression. You're not going to lose your global weapon builds.
Yep.
You're not going to lose challenge progress. When you re-unlock a weapon, you'll have all the builds you created for that weapon available as soon as you
good.
get access again. And it was important to us, to Matt's point earlier, we want players to prestige but we
I wonder
also
if we'll
want
get prestige
to
tokens
pay
again.
homage and reflect the classic system.
Yeah.
And so that relock
To save and unlock, you mean?
You also
Yes.
mentioned the permanent
Yeah,
unlock, Alex.
we were
so
just talking about
that'll
that.
help you mitigate the
Yeah.
relock
Okay, there you
if
go.
you really
I'm
lose.
excited.
It's
I'm
still a
excited
little
for that.
scary.
Yeah, so only just a smidgen.
Yeah,
only
it's a calculated risk, and I like that in my
And
Call of
again,
Duty,
we had the
but
question
it
of
really
if we're
wouldn't
going
be
to
a Black
Classic
Ops
Prestige,
game
how will
without
that
a
apply to
couple of other
Warzone?
things that I think you
Because I'm not
are going
prestiging
to
if I can't,
surprise us with.
if it like relocks
Yeah, so we got a
quick
lot
fix in
to
Warzone, you know?
unlock in the game.
As a competitive
calling card
player, I can't afford to do
challenges with a deep set of those. We
Always.
have 100% completion cards in the game at launch. So if you complete the set in multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone, you're going to be rewarded for doing so. Each prestige has its own set of
Those are
card
so sick.
challenges.
The zombies one looks so cool.
We got Dark Ops challenges. You need
I actually like
Dark
the
Ops
zombies one the
challenges in
least.
Black Ops game. So if you're unfamiliar
course.
with those
I like
are
the
as
Warzone
tough
one
as
the
they
most.
get. Hidden criteria challenges that
I'm excited
we're
to get
excited
that.
to see which ones the community
like
find
November 2nd,
and which ones
probably.
they maybe take a while to discover. We will not be giving hints.
Nope.
Okay.
Redacted.
Smart.
But yeah, a lot to unlock, and excited to see what resonates with players.
So we were hearing Miles talk about a little bit while they were casting some gameplay, but it seems like medals are back, and yeah, I'm excited for them. So it seems like there are a ton for us to be able to earn as well. Is that right?
Yeah, we have over
Girl in the
150
back's wearing a
medals in
mask.
multiplayer. Lots of returning fan
150
favorites.
A lot of nuts. All right.
And a lot of new ones too that we're excited for players to discover.
New medals, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, we've been seeing
Medals are
we
like
got some turned
bloodthirsty
on
and
action
stuff
earlier.
in multiplayer.
Turned on.
for those
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
a pop up
Pablo's
with a little
favorite.
headshot when you get
Yeah.
back and just
a medal when you get a
perfect
headshot.
Yep.
My
Triple
personal
kill.
favorite
The
is
triple
Doink,
kill one looks
because
dope, by the
fun
way.
to
It's like
say
a
and say
Grim
Doink.
Reaper, and he's holding like 3 of a kind
But yeah, there's,
playing cards.
I like
Pretty cool.
Doink.
I do. I mean, I popped up and
Good
they
for-
were
good
telling me
little
some of
dopamine
the
hit.
ones that were coming out. I was like,
Kill an enemy with an impact from
Yeah.
a tactical grenade.
That was
It's doing-
Stephanie's.
it's a little different than
It was
stuff.
Stephanie's favorite.
Yeah, I
before
want to
she knew
see an
what it was.
impact made.
She just heard Doink. She was like, I'm in.
We
I'm
love
in.
equipment
Yeah,
here,
no.
okay?
My personal faves are we have a 1v1, 1v2, 1v3, and 1v everyone medals.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Whoa,
I get
that's
those all the
dope.
time.
And search
Oh,
and
yeah.
destroy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
S&D.
That's
going to
really
this- Oh,
cool.
yeah, all the time. Picking up those 1v3 medals. This guy is unbelievable. All right, folks. Well, before we wrap up things here at the
I'll
desk,
get
though,
that day
Stephanie,
one.
I think there is one more thing
On my
that
first
our
game as
friends
well.
at Treyarch wanted to talk about because I see it here on the
All right,
little
ranked play
graphic that
news,
we
boys
got.
and girls. Here we go.
So right, Alex, and one more thing. I'm coming to you, Lawrence. So Treyarch has obviously worked on every ranked mode the last few years.
They've done a great job.
We simply need to know when ranked multiplayer is coming to Black Ops 6. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I mean, we love competitive COD. Ranked play is in the DNA at Treyarch. And in a lot of ways, we've been building towards Black Ops 6 as the definitive ranked play experience. And we're delivering it
Which is what we
earlier
said
than it's
earlier.
ever launched in a Call of Duty game
'Cause we
early
knew
in
that.
Season 1.
Season 1.
All right.
Ranked
those metas
MP
out.
coming
My
to
friends are
Black
watching.
Ops
They're
6.
Okay, so they
massive
specified
fans.
ranked
They're very
MP in
happy about
season
that,
1,
you know?
but we're going
A
to
lot
hear
of
more
people,
about
a lot
Warzone
of
today.
cheering in the room, I think, when we talked about this to some of the creators in the building. But thank you so much, Treyarch team, Pablo, Matt, Lawrence.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
been
you.
awesome to have you here today. Thank
Was
you
that
for
you
sharing
clapping?
everything
Yeah, I
that's
heard
going
some
to
people
the
in the
game.
stream clapping.
Yeah,
So I
it seems like, and it seems like most
go.
importantly, you guys are excited about it, which I think you guys are excited about it.
It's been
It
a long
just
time coming.
Yeah,
Yes.
it just radiates to all of us. That joy is so awesome, and I think I speak for everyone in here. This game's freaking awesome.
The vibes are high.
The
Thank you.
vibes are
The
high.
game looks promising,
it's great.
man.
It's Black
It
Ops
looks
at its
very
absolute
polished,
finest.
by
But
the
that,
way.
of course, covers our news on Black Ops 6 multiplayer. But don't
It
go
does.
anywhere.
Haven't
because
seen
we have
any bugs in
plenty more
multiplayer or
live
heard anyone
gameplay that's
talking
gonna
about
be
them
coming
either,
your way, courtesy
which is pretty
of our
big,
excellent commentators. We got
actually.
Miles Puck and the rest of the crew standing by. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, Stephanie. Go on, boy. Wow, a lot of great
What a
updates
venue,
there from the
holy.
Treyarch developers. Ranked play, ranked play. Oh my goodness. Ranked play,
Race to
Okay.
prestige, anybody? I will
Oh my
race to
God.
it as soon as we can.
Okay, yes.
Just all
Chris
good.
Puckett.
The most incredible day of news, folks. I mean, I can
Yes.
hardly contain myself. But while you were at the desk, our creators have switched over to our next multiplayer section, which is a look at some of the new strike maps that are coming to Black Ops 6
Ooh,
multiplayer.
we're getting strike
so we're
maps
going to
back.
face-off, folks.
Does that imply we're getting
Fast and furious is how I describe this game mode. And I was talking with Aiden.
the non-strike
He's
versions?
saying,
What were
I think
those called?
I found the God Gun.
Combined
I think
arms
Hazardous
maps?
might have as well.
The Tanto 22. It's got like a similar feel. Do you remember the Milano? That like
interesting.
This
is a dope gun, by the way.
The ADS of the MSMC. Oh, one of the all-time favorites. Oh,
you can those medals are satisfying.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
this
just
is like a really slow fire rate, chunky SMG, so it handles really fast.
At the high ground for a
like
hot minute there. Will finally get shut down, but
Shotzi
is still
but it's also
rocking
super
this
chunky.
sniper rifle. I mean, players cannot get this guy down.
He's going for the 360. He said he was going for a clip. You know, I walked over to go watch him, see what he was up to, and he said he was going for a clip, and he won't rest today until he gets a good one. I'm excited.
All right, so now we're back to some more multiplayer gameplay. So, hopefully pretty soon we'll get on to our next presentation, but that was a lot of info. What are your thoughts so far, man? The camos, the challenges?
The camos look dope. The last 2 camos look really good.
Yeah, they do.
I kind of wish they talked more about like the challenges and stuff. Well,
because Dark Spine is this year's version of like Polyatomic, which is the mastery camo right right before Dark Matter. And it looks very different than something we've ever seen before. It's like black with gold accents and then a purple spine as the camo. It looks very cool. I really like it. It looks very different than something we've seen before. And then Dark Matter is the Giga Mastery camo, which looks really good. It's the best version of Dark Matter we've ever seen. But it's also Dark Matter, which we've seen like, what, 5 iterations of now? So,
yeah, but it never gets old, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for sure. I'm not opposed to it. That was a crazy little dive backwards to finish with the pistol. So, by the way, this guy was just ADSing with his SMG, and there was a prompt on his screen that said, hold shift to focus. So you can just steady aim with any gun now? What's going on there? You see that? Look. Just happened again.
Yeah.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
Weird.
Because he's using a literal SMG.
Dies around a corner. Treyarch.
Yep. Actual just Treyarch. Treyarch moment!
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Why their games always just have the worst hit reg. I don't get it.
I think they just have the most generous hitboxes, so it makes the hit reg feel bad. That's my theory. So you'll look like you're behind a corner, but your hitbox actually isn't. Because it's also notoriously easy to get hit markers with like snipers in Treyarch games. It's like, oh, I blatantly missed that. And it's, oh, here's another look at a best play. Did it break? Oh, no, they switched POVs. I've received it. Oh, here's FIFA Kill. The best EU player on Earth, so he's probably half as good as I am.
Good Smooth is they've got he's got J Smooth on his team. I've got it.
So do stims regenerate like in BO4, or is it like more recent games where you just
I
have
believe they said it regens.
Amount?
I think we already talked about that you get 2 and they regen over time.
I'd like to confirm
but it's
that
multiplayer,
in this gameplay.
so
I'm going to be looking for that. Because if that's going to come to Warzone, that would go bonkers. Maybe. Like getting a regenerating tactical without having to take a perk for it. That would be like pretty good. It doesn't look like it does,
another
though,
thing
by the
another
way.
thing about the time to kill too, with everybody yeah, it's not looking like it is, huh?
Yeah, I don't think it does. Because there would be some UI indication. Like
maybe I'm just thinking of you get 2 of them, but that's normal, so I don't know.
That is normal,
I swear.
Yeah. I'm fine probably either way, so not a big deal. But what were you saying?
I mean, yeah, it's multiplayer. You're not going to be alive long enough usually. The time to kill also might end up feeling slower because if stims are the meta and how fast you can pop them things. Oh, Lula got invited.
That's Breadman's like
Breadman's
lady
girlfriend,
friend, right?
Yeah.
W Breadman.
Yeah, so they must both be there. But yeah, so since you can pop stims so quickly, got it. It'll make the time to kill feel slower, I think. Because you'll get in gunfights, people will like go crouch real quick and stim, repeat, because it's instant.
Especially with how quick you can move too. If you get like shot once or twice with Omni movement. You can get in cover really fast, bang a stim really fast, and then re-peek. Yeah, exactly. You know, one thing I am curious about that is going to be very hard to figure out before playing the beta is what's the passive regen speed? So like, let's say you're out of stims, you take a gunfight, they rip you, but you win it. How long, just sit on that nade, how long until, I've got it, you start regenning? Number one, is it like 5 seconds like it is now, which is too long in multiplayer, or faster, sooner rather, and also, excuse me, how quickly does that health start jumping up to full once the regen timer is done? Those are two questions I'm very curious about as well. And it's going to be really hard to figure that out with how often they switch POVs and with everyone running stims.
The gunplay looks good, which makes me excited for Warzone. Like, most of these guns do not have much muzzle smoke. Like when it was showing Lula there, and she was using an XM4 with a red dot, there was virtually no muzzle smoke. Also, there was not a bunch of bounce on the reticle. It looked like pretty clean gunplay.
Yeah, that's a great point. You're right.
Even Lucky right here using an iron sight SMG. There's really not any muzzle smoke.
Bad iron sights also, but again, yeah, no muzzle flash, no muzzle smoke, none of the heat wave things that happens in worse games. So that's good. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't think about that. And that's the thing with watching COD gameplay is the most noticeable things are going to be things that are bad or a hindrance to your gameplay experience. So if you feel like you're not really noticing anything like noteworthy, that's actually usually like a good sign, because it's hard to notice that there isn't muzzle flash unless you like recall it being really bad in Vanguard, for example. You know what I mean? So that's actually like a good sign. I wonder what other bad things we're not noticing because they're not present. But it almost doesn't matter because by virtue of not noticing them, they're obviously, again, not present, which is good.
Yeah, this little head leaning, Aiden just got it a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't know. Kind of wish something like that was on some sort of setting, but it's not really leaning, so it wouldn't be on a setting. It's just...
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be on a setting.
But maybe it won't be a big deal once you play it.
I agree. I think that's going to be the case, yeah. It looks subtle enough to where it's not really going to matter that much. For controller players, it's definitely not going to matter. It's not going to, like, pull you off.
Yeah, it's not
like
very
an
big.
aim assist hitbox. And even for K-BAM, I think it's subtle enough to where it's not going to be a big deal at all. It'll be something you get used to. All right, we're here with some professional athletes, it looks like.
The Washington Wizards. You guys may recognize them.
Yeah, these guys
right,
are
NBA players. They're like 18.
Call of Duty next. This
yeah, the guy on the right looks like
insane.
he's, yeah.
What do you make of
Dude, I thought this was like a college team.
I didn't know what to expect walking in here and just walking in here, seeing
he's
the
vibe
and just how good it looks.
It is cool, though, how all of these athletes are into gaming now.
Sure. Tristan,
that's all thanks to COVID, honestly.
I mean, we're like memeing about it, but it is cool. Especially for people, normies who actually like know, who like watch basketball and listen to music and stuff. I think it's cool. Like, I know I would be hyped if a celebrity I like was invited to this, you know, so I'm glad some people who are not me are getting to experience that.
Their goal of COD Next is to essentially drum up hype. So yeah, exactly. I mean, some random Washington Wizards basketball player that we've never heard of will do a way better job at that than even like J God, because so many people, because this guy will post about it on his Instagram.
Exactly, yeah. So they're getting, it's actually really smart of Activision to do that, because you're right. It's like, yeah, Steph Curry will tweet like, oh, BO6 was fun at COD Next. And he's reaching so many people that would not otherwise be reached, you know. So they're interviewing basketball players.
Sure.
I'll unmute it for now.
We should start streaming, I think. You know, this
really
is giving a good jump start for us. Maybe we get into streaming, so that'll be nice.
Hey, you heard it here first. A Wizards team might be actually emerging out of Call of Duty Next. Gents, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Castus, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Lottie. We've got some of the biggest names in Washington all here to check out Black Ops 6. I wanted to ask you, though, while we're watching more gameplay, who is the greatest celebrity or athlete that you've played with or against or just watched in Call of Duty?
Oh, man, you're talking about skill at Call of Duty, huh? I would say I played with these athletes. You know, Marcus Valdez-Scantling was unbelievable at
MVS?
Warzone. MVS is one of the best Warzone players that I've played with. I think he's great. And then Max Holloway, a fighter, unbelievable player as well.
He was really good.
Holloway. I won a gunfight tournament with
Michael B. Jordan. With the greatest teammate. And I went into that, I'm not going to lie, I went into that fully thinking I was going to carry him. He wasn't going to know anything. He came in hot as hell, knew everything, had his own call-outs. Yeah. He asked me a couple of questions, and I was like, we're absolutely going to smoke this. There's no way we lose.
Espresso.
Did he have an 8-pack or a 10-pack in person?
Looks like?
AD was wearing his own clothes.
Why were you
He's starred in Creed. He's a pretty good athlete.
Everybody loves Call of Duty.
Let's take the gameplay.
Tim loves Call of Duty.
Tim loves Call of Duty, except when he rage quits.
He did rage quit.
He's not going to do it now. We talked to him about it.
Here we go.
No, he did it like 10 minutes ago.
Zogoro. Oh, wow. He hit that player. Look at the diving. You can't kill him.
It looked good to me. It looked good to me.
Go forward, then backwards. And those are
so we're just watching more multiplayer
to
gameplay here. A lot of people sniping in this lobby, it looks like, which is interesting. And yeah, once again, Scope glint is extremely noticeable so far. Like, this POV we're watching, the enemy was aiming at him with a sniper in the brightest section of this map. So it was like really white and bright where the enemy was standing, and you could still notice the scope glint a ton. That's a really good thing. Good for multiplayer, especially good for Warzone, obviously. So that's something of note. So we're still just watching more multiplayer stuff, just waiting on the next presentation, boys and also girl. And the best play, the play of the game feature seems to be working every singular time, which is good.
That was an interesting optic there. It was like a red dot that just zoomed a lot and didn't really have a reticle. Look at that.
I didn't notice it.
Okay.
Again, this LMG with the hold shift to focus prompt while ADS'd that you typically only get from a sniper. Very weird. I don't think I care, to be fair.
Oh,
we've got a hostage. Our first ever look at actual
I think it's
players.
a bug, I'll be honest, because even right there it was saying hold to focus. I'm pretty sure it's just a bug.
Oh, yeah, it could be. It could be. But anyway, the guy took like a human shield. So the way you do it, by the way, it's like executing, it's like doing an execution in like multiplayer right now. You have to get behind the person and then hold your melee attack button or something, and then you will take that person as a human shield. So I think you'll still be able to do executions, but if you do like a different, like executions like tap and then, I don't know, human shields hold, something like that basically. But yeah. And then when you're doing that, you can just drag them around. It looked like there was a timer for how long you can keep them as a human shield. And you can only hip fire. So that's a little look at that. Now we're seeing some guy running around with a launcher. I've received that.
Oh, here's a view of him being held hostage.
Oh yeah, here we go. You are being held hostage. You can call for help and that's it. There's like a little button that says call for help, which is pretty funny. What else was I going to say? Oh, another hostage POV. So let's see what happens when the timer runs out. The guy just dies? That's interesting. Okay. Man, what was I going to say? Oh, one thing I have not seen is a riot shield. So I don't know if those aren't in the game or...
Didn't we see that? Pretty sure it was already shown.
Like leaked or something. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think we literally saw it, actually. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a higher level. Or just these rats aren't going to use it.
We are excited for this game, Goat, yes. I don't have any real, like, huge complaints at all so far, honestly. Like, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is the TTK, but other than that, everything else looks awesome. Play of the game works reliably, the UI looks cool, the medals look cool, the Oh, the hit reg is bad also, or the hit boxes are too big. That's another complaint. But besides that, I mean, yeah, looks pretty good. And by the way, I will say this, because I know Tanner and I have talked a lot about Omni movement and being worried about it being like imbalanced and stuff. It doesn't look that crazy, honestly. Like,
it's also really new though. It's just like when a new game comes out, people aren't as good. Like 2 months into launch, it will be entirely different than what we are seeing right now.
Especially
kids
with like
will
meta
be
weapon builds.
Insane at it. Yeah.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Like
but
people
still,
basically aren't using it right now. They're just using it to like jump off something, kind of, you know, like do like a sideways jump off of, or dive or whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be some crazy things people end up doing. Thanks for the real TCL.
What is REAX? Reacts? Is that supposed to be like reacts? I don't know. All right, we're back to some announcers. Let's see what they have to say.
To a very quick break, but when we come back,
and
we'll
they're talking about going to a break.
More of our Treyarch developers for an exclusive look at Black Ops 6 Zombies. That's it all, folks. Stay tuned throughout the show for live Warzone gameplay on the new Resurgence map and updates on Call of Duty Mobile and
after
Warzone
this break
Mobile
or whatever. I've received it.
Don't go anywhere.
Wow.
Don't go a single place. Pre-order and play this weekend. So yeah, just a little promo thing here. Little hatchet. So yeah, what are you most excited for so far after seeing all this gameplay?
The camo.
The camo?
Honestly,
okay.
The camo grind. Hearing more about that. Hold on. I got a phone call.
Okay. Yeah, I'm most excited for the camo grind. Yeah. Definitely. Overall. But more immediately, I would say, like in terms of gameplay, I'm most excited, I think, to get a taste for what this TTK actually feels like. I'm not even excited like necessarily for like one singular thing gameplay wise. It just looks so polished. I just want to experience it because I feel like we have not played like a very polished at launch COD game in a very long time. And this is obviously super polished. Like all the medals look really good. Play of the game works. The camos, there's already a bunch of mastercrafts that look awesome. All kinds of stuff looks like, yeah, just polished, man. Like I'm excited to experience a complete product on launch. That's going to be really cool.
Overlook perch here at Call of Duty Next to let you guys know that the 5th annual Call of Duty Endowment Bowl presented by USAA will be coming to you live directly following Call of Duty Next. Code Bowl 5 will feature 10
so to get in early,
teams from the military branches
the early access
US,
beta, which starts on the 28th.
To compete alongside the most competitive players in Call of Duty Warzone, including Aiden, Benny
you just
Central,
have to pre-order
Natasha,
the game,
Olims,
or
Joe
you
Woe,
have to have Xbox
Stode,
Game Pass,
Symphony,
and then you can play the early access beta.
Zlana, country music star Kane Brown,
on PC
and more.
or on console.
Tune in to see who will dominate Urzikstan.
And there's also a ton of people
MVP,
giving away
and for the
beta
first time
codes
ever,
as well. So just like look at Twitter or something.
You won't want to
Charlie
miss the chance
Intel
to
tweets
celebrate
like
5
lists
years
of like
100
at once often, so maybe turn on notice for them, try and snag one that way.
And learn more about the upcoming endowment pack in Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
I mean, if you're going to play anyway, you might as well pre-order it.
Stay tuned after next to see who
honestly
will take home the coveted Code Bowl 5 trophy live from Washington, D.C. Now, I'll tell you what. This building is unbelievable, and we've only just really begun. If you are just tuning in live, welcome
we're
to Washington,
tuning in
DC.
live,
welcome to Call of Duty Next. We've had so much incredible news so far, but it's not over yet because we're going to head on down now to the
Zombies incoming, huh?
To give you
Zombies
guys an
is up next,
exclusive
bud.
look at Black Ops 6
Let's
Zombies.
go,
So
baby!
it's over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Lonnie. And yes,
We will
the
be
Cold
playing the
Bowl is
beta,
incredible.
yes.
Make sure you
I'll
guys
probably
stick
stream
around
it on
for
my
that. A
Twitch.
great time.
I
And
will
those players are
certainly
going to
stream it
throw
on my
down.
Twitch.
Server,
PC
you best
players
believe
getting early
that. But
beta,
here we
yeah,
go, folks.
there's
We're at
no
the
like
desk.
PS4
It's now
exclusive.
time
You
to
just
talk
have
about
to
everyone's favorite undead thingamajigam. It's zombies,
pre-order.
baby.
Here we
And
go.
You guys may
That's what
have
I
seen
wanna
this
see.
online. Round-based zombies is back, and honestly, I'm stoked. It could be better than ever. I think it is going to be better than ever.
There's only one way to find out.
And how? Yeah, that's right. So now we will have 2 maps at launch, and one of which we're going to be debuting here live at Call of Duty Next. So, folks, welcome to Liberty Falls.
Here we go, baby.
Here we go. Tanner's favorite map.
This is what I came here for.
There's a place just round the bend. A place by the name of Liberty Falls.
Oh, it's a lot bigger than I
1991's
thought.
fastest growing town in America. And it's plain to see why.
Walking Dead vibes.
It's a place of simple tastes. Neighbors help one another. Where church ain't just for Sundays.
A rappel? Okay.
I wonder if that's a zombies camo.
That's a big... Oh, is that the
A bowling alley?
Oh, yeah, a little bowling
Doing a bit of
alley.
bowling. We have to talk in like a southern accent when we play this map, by the way.
I'll edit that out. Whoa! What is that? It's a zombie Cerberus.
Oh, little farmer?
Digitally and instantly unlock the Reflect 115 camo pack in Modern Warfare 3
God
and Call of Duty
damn it,
Warzone.
man.
Let's kick things off with a good old-fashioned hell yes round-based zombies
Okay.
is back.
Let's kick this off
We
with a
are
good old-fashioned
welcoming to the
hell
desk
yeah.
The Treyarch zombies
Stephanie,
team. We've got
shut
Kevin
the fuck
Drew,
up.
Steve
Yeah,
Bianchi,
that's a
and
shut up, you
Anthony
stupid bitch
Saunders.
for me.
Guys, that Liberty Falls trailer, as Alex said, it's going to leave a mark.
It's intense. It's incredible,
intense.
right? Yeah.
Small town.
It was peaceful. It's a little more dangerous now.
Yeah, it looked like it would have been a good time out with the family. Now, not so much. You know?
Okay.
You know, we've been riding the zombies hype train since reveal, and you know, I feel like I just hit a new level there. But there are 2 awesome round-based zombies maps at launch with Liberty Falls and, of course, Terminus Island, which you know we've been talking about over the last few weeks. What does it feel like to just have both of these out in the world now?
Oh, it's so awesome to have basically Zombies Month, where we've gotten just so
it really
much
has
time
been,
to show off all the hard work the team's been doing for the last 4 years and showcasing both maps.
glasses.
Very different. We'll get into that, but it's been great.
Yeah, lots of hard work over the
Get
years
black
from the Zombies team. And Steve, Liberty Falls kind of feels like a new setting for zombies. Like you said, the small town, it's bright.
Oh.
It feels like a little bit of a different place. What what's this map
The
all
zombies
about?
camos are not
it's this
good,
really
buddy.
idyllic small town. You know, it's in West Virginia.
You're
but now
way
it's
ahead
like
of
the
me.
site of a
Multiplayer's
zombie
better.
incursion zone.
I was
so
looking at Twitter.
Watch out. It's just
You'll probably
destroyed
talk about it soon.
immediately, right? It's crazy.
They're not
but there's so
very
many
good.
details when you look around the map and all these little shops.
God,
and
I
things like
love
that.
it.
It's such a built-out world. It's great, and there's actually all these little stories about people who used to live there and some little
Like,
side
look at
quests
that,
maybe you'll
dude.
find.
Oh,
You
God,
guys
I
side
love
quests
it.
never.
This is
So,
such a cool map.
You gotta wait till it
It
comes
does
out.
look really cool.
Fuck multiplayer. God,
and,
this is
of
cool.
course,
Tanner.
Black Ops 6 is
They have
set
Freedom Fried
in
Chicken.
1991. So first
No.
look at this map on Liberty Falls. It really seems like we're embracing that early 90s era, where, of course, we see it all over Black Ops 6, but this has got that nice nostalgia.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, Terminus, it's a little hard to get that 90s vibe when you're in a remote Pacific
A dark prison.
Yeah. I've been to a few prisons in the 90s, so
Liberty
you know.
Falls is really like where we got to just embrace everything from nostalgia, 90s.
You are
I think
drunk,
everyone here was a
NPR.
child when they were in the 90s.
No idea.
So just
Don't know
to
about it,
bring
yeah.
all these little elements, so for me, it's like the comic shop, bowling alley, video store.
You remember brick and mortar stores?
I can't get over this
Fun.
venue,
I
bro.
used to actually work in a video store in the late
Yeah,
90s.
what is
you know,
this
with
building
VHS
they're
tapes
in?
and
That's
all
what I
that
would
shit.
like.
Yeah, they're in.
Always rewind, right? Yeah.
Constantinople.
Yep,
And
exactly.
rewind.
Yep.
So you mentioned Terminus, and we know that Terminus is
PCs are
set
they on?
concurrently, right, with Liberty Falls, because you see the dates and the trailers.
Yes.
So you got people were putting 2 and 2 together on that. What are going to be some of the biggest differences, though, between the Terminus experience versus the Liberty Falls experience?
Yeah, so Terminus, or rather Liberty Falls, has a deceptive calm compared to like the more immediate threat you feel when you load into Terminus. Terminus is dark, it's claustrophobic immediately, so you feel that threat, you know. the brightness of Liberty Falls will have you feeling almost kind of safe, like maybe you could hit up Yummy Freeze, get a couple scoops. But this is Zombie
Don't
Zone.
tempt me.
Yeah,
That's
you know it's not
rappel.
all good. You know,
That's
as
so
you
cool.
explore the map, you'll start to see the signs of the outbreak. You'll see the signs of a failed attempt to contain this thing.
Okay.
So, you know, it'll be everything that you expect. And what we want this to do is like set,
operator, huh?
you know, we want it to be easy to pick up, you know, but hard to master.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot for players to chew on. It's a smaller map, so again, a lot for players to chew on while they try not to be chewed upon.
I'm gonna write that one down. But
Don't write
speaking
it
of
down.
story, because you kind of hinted at it a little bit, it's a failed
She wrote it
attempt at a
down.
containment, which means
Yeah.
you know we got to look at the
Are there new
cinematic
zombie
earlier
types?
this week that's gonna set up the
That's
map.
one thing I
And
want to know.
Damn,
Yeah, I think there will be.
there's some spooky things happening
Shut
in
up.
there. You know, we're seeing
Little
for the very
cutscene.
first time the man himself, Edward Richtofen, since Black Ops Cold War. And he seemingly is going to get yeeted into another dimension here by the ether. What does this mean, Kevin?
Well, you know, I think it's the cinematic, first of all, is incredible, but I don't think this is how we expected to find Richtofen, and it's a bit of
Let's
a
talk
change
about
of
the lore right now,
expectations.
by the way, if you didn't pick
We're not
that
going to
up.
give
I don't
anything
know what's
away
going
right
on.
now.
Okay.
But we're really just setting the groundwork for the game in this cinematic.
That was from
it's
the
basically
trailer they
whatever you saw
put
at the
out
end there,
a week or
and
two ago
Richtofen.
for the map.
Which I
Well, and
understood.
also too, we see his
Yeah.
family. You know, I'm going to make some assumptions here. It seems like they were violently murdered,
Yes.
or there's some sort of very.
I think they just were out at the sun too long,
I
Steph.
hope he doesn't have those
No,
nightmares.
no
without
sunblock
that.
on the picnic. That'll do some things
True.
to you.
Yeah,
Wear
so
sunblock,
up
guys.
until now,
Both of
we've
them.
really been
A lot.
framing him up as this villain.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's done terrible things to our crew on
Right.
Princess Island. But now we found out some terrible things have happened to him. So it's a bit more gray than you might have initially
So
thought.
the
Oh, yeah, no one likes
leakers,
Hitler's paintings either.
Complexity.
Yeah, the best villains are
the
always the ones
leakers
that
have
believe
been
that they're doing the
saying
right thing, you
this
know what
was
I mean?
going to
There
be
were
the
some
easier
really sick
map. They
moments in
haven't
that
said
trailer as
anything
well,
so
you
far that
definitely
makes it sound
get
that
the
way. It
vibe
just
that
sounds
there
like
was,
a second map
it's
that's
gonna be
smaller.
pretty wild. I'm excited for it.
And you did talk about the end there. I'm gonna push on a little bit.
I thought there was something
You tell
official
me no.
that said Liberty
Was
Falls
that
is the
a
easier one.
Maxis
Maybe not,
voice
though.
that I heard there?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
You
not.
could
I don't-
make some
I don't know.
assumptions there.
Maybe-
if you
maybe there
played
was.
the end of Cold War, some things happen that really kind of translate here, and you can kind of connect the points.
So is that what you would suggest players start if they want to get into the story?
While we're waiting,
Yeah.
if you want to jump into Cold War, it's a great time to go check out those main quests and
I've
get
been
you
doing
ready.
it.
Here's the story.
Yeah, I've been
Okay. All
replaying
right.
Cold War Zombies.
And,
But
yeah,
all right, we're
Cold
headed
War. Skip the
right
other ones.
into Zombies gameplay here. But a few quick things for those of you watching at home. We are spoiler free today. We
That's
do not want to ruin the moment. Play it at launch. So the main quest and all the Easter eggs are actually turned off. And of course, the dedicated crew is back in round-based zombies in Black Ops 6. But since Liberty Falls happens concurrently with Terminus, dedicated crew's busy. They're trying to break out of prison, so they're not at Liberty Falls. We're going to see a different set of characters played by the folks here on that
So
map
other
today.
characters, though,
and so,
which is interesting.
you know, should be waiting any minute now to be jumping into the action, but it seems like once that's good to go, Black
I thought there
Ops
were no
6
characters. I
Zombies
thought it was
is
custom
live.
only.
There you have it, and we
Maybe
are
that's
in
what they meant.
to the action.
Okay,
we're going
now
to
we're
be sticking
seeing
around
zombies
with this one
gameplay.
for a little bit,
Wow,
talking about
incredible.
what we're going to be
Look at that.
seeing.
See, no
and,
muzzle smoke or
I mean,
flash
I'm
there.
just
Inside in
excited
a
to
pretty
have
dark area
round-based
shooting.
zombies
I like
back.
that.
That is going to be really exciting. Just fun. Just, you know, kind of to see how
God, I
far you
miss
can
those
climb, right? That's
satisfying,
always
like,
the-
damage
it's always the gimmick,
pop-ups
you know
on
what I mean? You want to
zombies.
see how far you can go on that
Yeah.
one.
So guys, yeah, we're already at round 10. Where on the map are we right now?
This is the bank here, so they're inside.
So
You
yeah,
can
we're
actually
just
get up
seeing
on the
some
roof
gameplay.
here, too. We
Oh.
call this the
And I'll be
Alamo.
right back. So I'm going to leave this up, but I'm going to mute the stream. So anything you want to talk about, do.
So they're in a bank right now. Little juggernog machine. Oh, Arsenal. Here's how you upgrade weapons. Okay. And they switched off him. Got it. Yeah, like the vibes of it. It's cool, guys. Look at this. They're in Fuller's Liberty Lanes. And look at, there's just like they said, it shows signs of a failed containment, essentially. where it's not totally destroyed, but it looks like they just had to up and leave, which I love. God, I love it, man. I'm going to edge to this, I think. Little crafting table. RCXD. Hellstorm. Mangler cannon. Oh, somebody's got a ray gun here. Fighting an abomination. This abomination's trash.
Well, he's also got a ray gun. Oh,
a
there's
loot
a loot key. That's interesting.
He can't pick it up. It's bugged.
Yeah. That's correct.
Bro's tried to run through a door that doesn't open.
Yeah, I wonder what a loot key could imply.
Very lived in, yeah.
A little M4 here with the carry handle on.
Oh, chopper gunner.
Ooh, yeah.
Dope. This thing fries.
Looks quite effective. Yeah.
So one thing, I hope you can go in like all of these buildings, because I'm already kind of worried that like a bunch of them you just can't go in. Like sealed doors, which kind of is stupid to me. Like this house that she's over right now. Oh, this is the Tarkov streamer. James. I hope you can go in all of these, because that house right there is kind of giving me vibes that you can't. Like you can see you can't look through the windows. They're all sealed. That would make the world feel less lived in and
yeah.
No, okay, they're inside it right now. Zombies are, so you must be able to go in there. Oh, I think she's outside of the house, so maybe it'll show.
Yeah, it might be like you have to unlock the door with essence or whatever. See a little mangler. Yeah, so these damage numbers, by the way, if these if you don't like how that looks, you could turn that off. They talked about that. So you don't have to like worry about that too much.
Staircase. You think you can tray flip that staircase?
I could nollie it. I don't know about a tray flip.
Gabe could say he could do that staircase. What is it, like a 20 stair? No, God, more than that. It's like a 30 stair maybe, bud. 25, 30?
Locap could probably drive his bike off of it and then
peace.
die. F's in the chat.
Yeah, it's an F's in the chat for Locap. Oh, third person. I forgot you can always be third person in zombies. That's cool. Kind of changes the vibe of everything, you know? Yeah, that kind of looks fun. Reminds me of like The Division or something. It really does almost make it feel like a different game. It's interesting.
Yeah, it does. So, someone pinged this Juggernog, and then a subtitle came up that said, Bailey, who needs Juggernog? And now there's another subtitle from Marshall and another one from Brutus.
So it's just a different crew.
Yeah. I think there are characters still, and it's just a different set of
What you eating, buddy?
BOC. Which is, of course, a bowl of cereal. Oh, mystery box. Here we go.
Why is he shooting it? Stop shooting it. Yeah, pistol. Take that. What is that pop-up? Oh, it's gobble gum.
Yeah, and you can see that's like where kill streaks are in multiplayer.
And you choose it, and yeah.
Yep.
Okay, finally somebody's moving out of the... Okay.
Unfortunately, with zombies especially, it's one of those modes that's very fun to play, very boring to watch. So
yeah, you don't watch like streams of it. It's cool now, but like once the game comes out, dude, that's a trap. Okay, look at that.
So it's a different, unique type of trap. Yeah,
that is very cool.
Hard to describe.
It even damages you a little bit.
To your teammates, yeah, and you. Which I think is good. I think all the traps should be that way. Seeing a vermin, which are little spiders.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, F's in the chat for Bundy as well.
See, why are these all closed? Is there a way in there?
Yeah, so the gas station, I don't think you can go in. So I think you're right. There's
I don't
going
like
to be
that.
a lot of like closed buildings.
I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's
Rampage Inducer.
I'm not a fan of that.
So that's, I think, an ammo mod, right?
Whoa! Hutch is deep in there, man.
We're on the Hutch POV, and he has a wonder weapon, and it is as large as he is. That was crazy. And you go through a portal, it looks like, on Liberty Falls to get to the Pack-a-Punch machine. And it's like a church, but it's like all aethered out. Looks very cool. Oh, we have a little locked barrier.
Yeah, unlock the freaking barrier, man. I want to see it.
Yeah, we need some more essence, Hutch. Hutch the Fur. Why is bro playing zombies alone? Doesn't have friends or what? Hutch!
He is insufferable.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. I've had this guy muted on Twitter for like 3 years because of how annoying he is.
I've got it.
And his shit would come up and I couldn't stand it. He's completely insufferable.
So there was an energy mine, by the way. It looked pretty underwhelming. Didn't last very long. So now we're looking at a cinematic.
Here goes the melee macchiato.
Boxing, we've got coffee. So
coffee shops, what's
coffee
better?
Shops.
Yeah.
So melee
called a cup of Kino. Wait till you see what it costs. Yeah, nice.
You drink it, it replaces your gun butt with this lethal punch that sends zombies flying. Really fun to use. It also ties in nicely with our dedicated melee, which is also coming to zombies. So when you bring your baseball bat and your knife in, it buffs the damage for that as well. So it's a really nice perk, especially early rounds.
This? What does it look like, you
here's
idiot?
The armor buy, which is new.
Yeah, so we've moved armor as wall buys instead of, it used to get it, you'd have to get it from the arsenal.
Yeah.
And so now it's such an important thing that we thought we wanted to get that out there at the level, and it's part of the core progression, right? You're deciding, do I want to get Jug or do I want to get tier 2 armor?
Yeah,
right?
and
that kind of thing.
And that can obviously, like be your undoing ultimately, or it could be the thing that bails you out in the end, right?
Prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not just about, all of the new things coming to Zombie, because we actually have some really awesome things returning from previous Zombies experiences that have that exciting twist on top. And one of those things that's hugely important is Gobblegums.
Yeah, so we might have seen it somewhere around here, but we've got several Gobblegum machines in the world. Gobblegums are a consumable buff system that was first introduced in
little destructive
They're
doors.
really fun. You use them and you kind of break the rules. It gives you little, really powerful abilities for a little bit of a time, or it kind of progresses your growth. We made a lot of improvements this game.
What the hell is he looking for? Do you think it's just
always have to
Tarkov?
earn things in zombies, so it's still
Why is he,
important.
like,
He was reading.
You make your pack in the
He was
front
reading
end, but
something
once
on
you
the
get in, you
paper, and it
still have
said
to
something
go
about
to
another
machines.
building.
One's
So he's
free
going
every
there.
round.
But you can earn them just through
See, the
playing
map
them.
is seems a little bit bigger than
always have a chance to earn
a lot of these
them.
people are just kind of in the main
What's
area,
new
but
and really cool
these
is
little
actually
side
allow you
roads
to take 3
go
and
pretty
store them
far.
on
What
yourself.
the hell is this
So you can
gun?
actually kind of strategize or make combos and decide how to use them.
300
Use the
round
sources
mag,
menu,
dude.
very similar to MP. So if you're familiar
The old
with that,
Pack-a-Punch.
sorting between those, you can do it here.
Yeah.
Really excited to see how people are going to kind of
Just feels
Oh,
like
is that
you
a
guys
thermal he has?
doing
Hold
such a
on.
great job of just making sure that like the person who
He's got
only
an
plays
ADS with that. If that's a
multiplayer
thermal, I would love
can
to
go
see
over
it.
to zombies and also feel at home with
Oh, my
like
boy
some of the
Swag, let's
mechanics
go.
that kind of transfer over. Which I
It
think
is
is
not
really
showing
cool.
him like at all,
And
man.
that's the awesome thing, especially about
there's
like
a little
Omni movement, the
pop-up
global systems that are
when
coming.
someone opens a door.
Have,
I actually really
called
like
out the
that.
HUD
It said like
presets
open
earlier.
door to the east
Which
wing
you'll
or
be seeing
whatever.
Zombies as well.
Yeah, it says
dedicated
who did it.
melee. We've got
just like-
plenty of stuff.
So much of the stuff we do at the core is so buttery smooth. It's like
Oh,
you
so
wanna
there's the
bring that
exfil
over
right there.
into zombies.
You're
It's so
making
fun
me
to
hungry.
use.
We're talking about coffee and butter.
Swag looks locked in. He's getting mad about something.
Look at this zombies
training
AA, which is
videos
why they
that's,
always like ADS.
It's a little
It's
bit of
crazy.
That, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
pretty
different
wild.
kind of hunger.
Yeah.
A bit more evil.
So Kevin, augments are also
Damn.
a huge new thing coming to zombies in Black Ops 6. And I've heard this referred to as build crafting a little bit to get the combos
so
going.
mad.
You know, how's
He's
this
getting
going to
so
work?
tilted,
Yeah, so
bro.
this is the evolution of a permanent progression system that we
He's
introduced.
terrible,
What
team.
it is that the longer you play zombies, you get to power up your abilities, your field upgrades, your perks, your ammo.
Make zombies
lines, make
A
them
the default. Yeah,
more
that's what I
powerful.
always
What's
say.
different this time around is you're unlocking augments, and there's 6 per category of content. So you have minors and majors, and you can equip one of each.
Yeah, use that jet guy. I
The
want to see
idea here
this.
is that depending on what you're trying to do in the game.
Oh,
whether it's
that was
jet,
sick.
Model 3000. That thing's insane.
yeah, it's really gonna
That
impact
was
how you
sick.
build your augments and what you set. And so ultimately, you're making your Juggernog your Juggernog.
Yeah.
Or Juggernaut.
It's my Juggernog.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Juggernog is not like mine. Or maybe it is.
Maybe
Yeah.
it is. I'm
Could be.
a support player.
Yeah, they're talking about the augments.
So maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
But there's over 100 of these to unlock, and it's going to be a very lengthy journey
Over
to unlock
100
all of them.
augments.
So, yeah, just really excited to see like what combos people come up with and builds.
How come the 6 go into 100?
One thing that I always loved when at the studio when you
Like
guys
15?
talk about the making of Black Ops 6, sort of these set of core pillars that the
Shut
game
up,
was
Hutch.
built around, and one of those is
Leave the
become
crawler.
monster, and that's something that's interwoven across the entire game. But you folks on the zombies team said, "Hey, we'll take that literally," and that seems like how we got mutant injection.
Yeah, it's a blast, right? So yeah, here we have it. You see, you inject yourself, and you actually can become a mangler for a limited amount of time.
Oh,
And
there you
just
go.
plow
More
through
mangler
zombies
POV.
and
Oh my
chop
goodness.
them up and blast them.
Oh,
It's
you
great.
can just run through them too.
We've been wanting to do this for a
Like
really long
literally.
time, and the animators actually showed us like, hey, check this out. Like, let's do this. Let's make this happen in this game. So we're like, yeah. So this is the first
Unreal.
score streak that's really meant for zombies, and it's just such a blast to play.
Dope.
Also, you can
So
hear
fun.
the maniacal laughter
Yes.
coming from the. He's like, you know.
I think I feel like it's like being a chopper gunner on the ground. Like you're a living chopper gunner.
Yeah.
It's like that level of power. And
I think you said yesterday too, like the mangler on mangler crime. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
use mutant injection on another, on a mangler.
That chopper gunner
The
is so
video that he says
good.
is great during that too. It's
Incredible.
hilarious.
I like how the reticle like
Got to see that.
spins.
No,
That
for
was
sure.
cool.
For
Yeah.
sure. All right. Well, there's other things to talk about here as well.
Yeah, all these
Why don't you go ahead
optics
and tell
look
us about the
good,
arsenal as well. Like, what should we be expecting there?
Yeah, so we've really streamlined
And
the arsenal
reticle
of this game,
challenges, so
and
customizable
also
ones is
kind of
really good.
given it a
Yeah.
glow up. It's,
Okay.
It'll be found on the level. It's a one-stop shop for weapon upgrades.
Got Shifty
where you spend your
Hisoka
salvage to
playing,
upgrade rarity
zombies.
and apply ammo mods. What's also really cool though is this time it's kind
It's
of
the only time
got
you'll
a
ever queue
AI,
for it. So look at all these little holes in the building. Think you can like lay prone and crawl through that? Nobody does it, and it's irritating me. I want to see if you can go through those.
It might be like, kind of shouting.
They are everywhere,
I
and
like
nobody
the
goes
way
through
Miami
them. So I don't know if you
you
can.
know?
to get over here and upgrade. Because it's really important to kind of keep up with the power band as these zombies get harder and harder.
Yeah, we just heard someone wail
I just
on
heard
the other
someone
side.
scream at no behind us. So
That's how you know
Best
they were in a
zombies
good
player in
run.
the world
we
right here,
might have hit
Biffle.
that
True.
death animation that we've been hoping to see.
Oh man, and this the abomination is just horrifying. I am not
First to get to a
looking.
good
There's
player and
one
turn it off.
outside too, right?
I
It's like some
know.
massive one. There's just so much to talk about. We're going to be talking about it. Don't worry, folks. Plenty to yap about when it comes to zombies. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're talking some more Black Ops 6. See you guys on the other side.
I've received it. So thoughts so far, buddy? How does
Perfection.
Liberty Falls
Love.
look?
Looking pretty much like what I was hoping and expecting, which is perfect.
I don't like how they were all like in the same area, unfortunately. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The
just-
map, after playing it, the map might end up feeling way too small. We'll have to just see.
Very cool Pack-a-Punch
Rest in
camos
peace.
too. Yeah, rip low cap once again. Oh, that's a good question, Doja. Do you think you can still extract your friend's guns? That's a really good question, actually. So, like, when DMZ came out, let's say Season 3 dropped, and that, you know, you needed 30 Battle Pass tokens to unlock the new sub machine gun, and your nerd friend got it before you, without needing to get the tokens, you could just go into DMZ, have your friend drop the new gun, you pick it up, and if you extract with it, you automatically unlock it. And then that carried over to MW3 and Zombies now. So will that carry forward again to this game? Because you can drop guns in Zombies in BO6. But will that unlock it?
Yeah, because
time will tell.
Give that thing a pet name. Oh my word.
Abby.
She hasn't eaten anyone yet.
Yeah, she's been very demure, very respectful.
Very cutesy, very thoughtful. But there's actually a team articulating her smoke, all of the things. She did a moment for the creators yesterday as they were coming in.
Holy crap.
She's so cool.
She has to come home with us. I love her so much.
So we've been in here, so I haven't really had an opportunity to see. And, you know, I saw when I came in today, and I was like, oh, wow, that's big. You know, didn't think much about it. But when you see it moving around and stuff, that really hits home. That is utterly fascinating. And actually, as a matter of fact, you can see right there that there is a little placard. I actually have it right here.
Oh, here we go.
That's
we
right.
have officially won.
I am also a Guinness Book of World Record holder, so I'm very proud to hold this alongside my colleagues at Activision and Treyarch, because this is the largest marionette of a video game character achieved by Activision Call of Duty USA in Washington,
There's a
D.C.
Guinness
on the
World
27th
Record for
of August,
everything.
2024.
Abby's a star.
Congratulations,
Yeah, we're so proud
guys.
of her and the team that brought her
that built her.
Like, I feel like we could
so
have
thank you,
I was
Zombies
gonna
team.
say,
Huge
we should
moment.
make a larger
Guinness
marionette
World
of a video game
Record
character
Yeah.
just to take the
holder.
That's a
record
real
from
one.
Activision.
That's a real one right there. That's
Yeah, any
pretty awesome.
Oilers want to donate so we can get that built?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I mean, again, all horrifying, but now smaller size. So that's just great.
Extra cute.
Extra cutesy. You love to see it. All right. Well, now we're ready, obviously, to talk more about Zombies, Steph. But what do we have next here? Because we got a lot of good stuff here to dive into.
Yeah, we talked about Wonder Weapons a little bit. You guys got a quick look at the Wunderwaffe.
Wunderwaffe,
which
they
we
did
have all
talk
been
some
arguing
about
which is the correct way.
weapon
I think I'm
attachments.
siding
It's shared
with the
between a
internet. I'm saying,
category
why
for
not just
optics
go
and
off
stuff.
DG2 because
DG2,
I can barely
that's
grasp
easier,
the English
yeah.
But not a whole lot.
Hey.
But every map will have its own unique wonder weapon. We got a quick look at the Thrustodyne, but let's go back and have another look here.
The Thrustodyne.
AKA the jet gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that it's called the Thrustodyne, but in its core, it's just a giant jet engine. It's just gonna devour people.
Yeah. Model 23, you know, it's like, what were those other 22 models?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder.
It truly makes you wonder what that first version
yeah,
looked
they're
like.
showing
And we saw-
one of the Wonder
Oh,
Weapons,
wow.
We
which
saw
is
in
literally
gameplay
a
little
giant
bit, but of course,
jet engine.
we still have.
Hot take.
There's that
Don't
blast
like it.
attack.
Oh yeah, the blast attack is real.
There
we
have
still
been
have,
better Wonder
Old
Weapons.
Faithful is there, so we got a quick look at the ray gun, but the ray gun has had a bit of a makeover.
But that's fine.
Here
The
she
ray
is.
gun looks
I got a
super
link for
sick,
us.
dude.
Knocked it out of the park.
I love
Reload
the ray
animation
gun.
is so sick.
So cool.
Warzone Mastery camos confirmed.
Rotates, right?
Yeah,
W.
yeah. Back spins, it rotates. You know, you can. It's,
You can tell,
it's
like, just
beautiful.
again,
Gross
a lot of work was put into that, a lot of care.
Charlie
was put
Intel's
into
just
that. So,
tweeting
yeah,
everything
so the
out
whole
already.
team-
Can't wait till you see the Wonder Weapon skin for it. You know, I can show it now, but
we saw a few
gonna
skins
be-
for it as well. I think some people running around with it.
There's Pack-a-Punch for
That
both
was
of them in there
Pack-a-Punch,
now,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
Which is
okay.
great. The jet gun can
Complete-
Pack-a-Punch too, right?
Complete the main quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see what it
Maybe
looks
you'll
like.
see what that looks like. You know.
Now, you really can't talk about the Wunda weapons without mentioning the iconic Wunderwaffe, aka the DG2. And for all those Call of Duty collectors out there, we actually have something pretty dope to show you. Check this out.
Oh, there she is.
Boom. Now not exactly, this is obviously a smaller version of it. a little half scale of it here, of the Wunderwaffe DG2 replica that is now available for pre-order on the Call of Duty shop. And we saw Richtofen use the DG2 in the Liberty Falls cinematic and use it in a lot of creative ways as well, might I add.
Reloading with a zombie's head.
Yeah, that just seemed like a thing to do in the moment, right? Very cool thing to do. But of course, this right here is going to be a perfect shelf companion for your ray gun collectible that released last year, and I want this, so I'm going to take it.
Kevin said it best earlier, is like, be like Richtofen, keep it next to your bed. You never know.
For those of you listening, sorry,
you got like a camo with this too, right? So you also get something else on top of it.
So bear with us.
An actual camo you can use in game for buying the Wunderwaffe on the COD shop.
Yes.
Yeah, that is pretty darn cool. All right, folks. Well, with Black Ops 6 around the corner, now is the perfect time to grab this new addition to your Call of Duty collection. Of course, only available on shop.callofduty.com while supplies last. But that's not the only way to get your hands on one of these bad boys right here. Because Miles, tell us what you got for the people watching today. Let them know.
More Wunderwaffen?
Wunderwaffe, yes. You at home can have a chance to win one of 5 Black Ops 6 Zombies Wunderwaffe DG2s. All you have to do is go to X/Twitter and send a tweet with the hashtags #CodNext, #BlackOps6, and #Wunderwaffe Sweet
Yeah, so whatever.
And you'll be entered.
We're going to get into some more stuff pretty soon here, hopefully. I'm very excited now.
It should be Warzone soon,
right now, and I'm a little
There's
bit
probably only an hour left
so I'm
of
just
this.
going to scan this QR code. That's going to help me pre-draft everything.
Because all the
and then
Warzone
I can
info
just,
starting to come
tag
out.
you
So
and tell you how much better I am at Call of Duty Zombies.
Oh, zombies. Hey, we got to 28.
They're already playing the new map, are they?
How about you at home, folks? Are you ready to get into the zombies
This is a disaster of an
action?
event.
Here, the Call of Duty's Black Ops 6 Zombies. Absolute shenanigans here in
Yeah,
DC.
Diaz is just
Save
playing
us, Golden
Warzone
Boy.
right now.
Oh, nice.
I mean, should we
They're
even
having way too
watch
much fun
this?
with that elevated
That stage is so good.
It's gonna get, it must be getting to
it
it very soon.
All right. Well, look, guys, and I know there was a lot to talk about here. Briefly, I did want to touch on real fast because we had talked about directed mode real quick, but just wanted. I know you guys wanted to emphasize something real fast.
Want to call it, that is actually going to be happening after the launch, so we want to make sure we have that initial window.
What's happening
all of
after
our
launch?
dedicated audience to go solve that main quest the old-fashioned way.
Got it.
And the idea is,
the
at the start of
hand-holding
season
mode.
1, directed mode will come out, and thereafter
Directed,
in
yeah.
seasons.
Okay. They've covered this.
To open it up for more people to experience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You want people to, feel like, they can discover what they want to discover, but at the same time be able to introduce new players to the Zombies experience because everyone should play Zombies.
Yeah,
it's freaking awesome.
At that point, too, you group up with your friends who might have done it already.
Yeah.
Bring them on, get your new friends involved.
Unique rewards.
Maybe join the
directed mode.
join the hunt.
Yeah.
The next time around, once you got your feet
Too bad you can't do
so
that
we
in
saw this
multiplayer
a
or
little
Warzone.
bit earlier
Thanks,
in the
SPMM.
show, but I am very excited to talk progression challenges.
Biffle's whole chat is so mad. What is this, bro? L, this shit looks like ass. What is this?
We get there for now. We're looking at the Zombies camos.
Oh, here we go. Afterlife looks cool.
Super sick.
This one's
Which is the polyatomic equivalent.
But I am really excited about Nebula.
And then
Nebula's let down.
Giga Mastery one. It looks exactly the same as the last Zombie Mastery camo.
That looks cool. And it just becomes more dynamic the longer
Oh, it looks better the more colors you
So
see.
When you start shooting, it starts changing color.
Okay, I like it.
That's pretty dope, dude.
That's cool. Okay, that's a lot better than what I originally saw.
Reticle challenges and the Dark Ops challenges also coming to Zombies, plus the camo track. The camo grind is almost here. I can taste it.
Yeah.
And Prestige shared across all modes.
Classic Prestige across every mode.
And that is just
Prestige
really,
across
really
every
cool.
mode.
So
There's
so many cool
Warzone
things
too?
to talk about here today. But look, if you're like me, I've been oohing and on at all the nice, juicy camos that we've been seeing here today. And I mean, again, you have so much that you can lean on here. Make sure you guys are out there digitally pre-order Black Ops 6, or you can subscribe to select Game Pass plans.
I'm really
get the
worried,
Reflect
man.
115 camo pack.
Don't tell me anything though. We're gonna just.
I'm not watching anymore.
For the official broadcast to get to that section, listen, hear them out.
I mean,
and then we'll
yesterday
watch
they
some
were all saying
gameplay.
Warzone is back, so I don't know.
Oh, well, of course, yeah. They're notorious liars, yeah.
Your inventory is probably wild.
I play a lot of this game,
All
needless
streamers
to say,
cheat.
but
and multi-box without
another
a
really
single
cool
exception.
thing,
Shout
coming
out
to Black
Caps Lock.
Ops 6.
Smart
Zombies
tweeter, psych.
are evolving enemies.
yeah.
Kevin first described this to me as zombie popcorn. which is really gross. But
Changes
Anthony,
popcorn forever for me.
Yeah, Anthony, tell us how these work.
Yeah, so basically we have what's the start of an evolutionary chain represented in the parasite and
I
and the
understand.
vermin.
So
And
they're
basically
talking
these
about
things will pop out
the
of
monsters
zombies
that we saw in the blog post.
dynamically throughout an engagement. So kind of switch it up for you. You know, you think you're clearing your horde, and all of a sudden a giant head pops off and turns into a spider and comes after you. And so you have to kind of change where you're aiming. You know, it mixes things up.
This guy needs to
keeps it
be like the
interesting, you know,
face
keeps
of
it challenging,
zombies.
Look
He's the
down,
most
look up.
charismatic.
He's a cool
really
guy.
just switches things up for you.
Because if there's one thing that we all needed, it's more ways for things to kill us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, really, it's just more creative ways.
Never enough
Evolutionary.
ways to die. Never enough ways to die.
If you think these are terrifying, there's more on the way.
Oh, more zombies on the way.
We got stuff for you.
Oh, man.
Oh,
This is
man.
nasty.
There are more coming. And speaking of things to come, Treyarch team, we've obviously got 2 awesome maps at launch, but what can you tell us? You know, what do you got in store for us and beyond that?
NPR, shut up.
So what I can say is that the next map is going to be coming by the end of this year.
Oh,
and that is going to be
round-based zombies map.
really
We'll get there when we get there,
how
man.
all in round-based we are this year.
Yeah, that's quite significant. I mean, you're just so many options for ways to be able to play. That has to feel pretty good for you guys and the team to be able to deliver so much like this.
It feels
Go kiss
amazing.
your wife.
Yeah, I'm personally I think we're all just really stoked about all the maps that we're going to come with. Everything just helps kind of
Oh, Ink
tell the
Slasher.
story and just pair all the maps themselves.
favorite lore guy.
Pair with the story we're trying to tell. So
yeah,
we're
I'm
all
a big
really
Ink
excited.
Slasher
So-
fan.
I guess they talked about this. We didn't hear it.
This is a mutant
Treyarch
injection.
tweeted this 2 hours ago. We've implemented new immersive audio tech in BO6 that allow players to hear gunfire and footsteps clearer than ever. This includes a new reverb and echo system that dynamically adjusts the echoes of sounds based on the environment around you. We're also prioritizing how you hear your teammates when you hear them to reduce confusion and friendly fire. So we might have better footstep audio this year.
I mean, sounds cool in theory, but yeah, I've heard how many times has an Activision dev said, "Oh, we hear you. We're going to improve the audio," and then it hasn't mattered at all. So,
well, in a
I'm not
situation
getting
like this,
excited.
probably never, actually, but yeah.
No, they've definitely said we've like improved footstep audio, or we hear you about this. Absolutely. I don't know Treyarch specifically.
But I'm
has
saying
ever said that.
it's like the way they're saying is like it's a whole new audio engine, audio tech. It almost makes it sound like there will be settings or something too, like you had talked about, how there needs to be like more like audio settings to adjust, basically. That's kind of what they make it sound like.
I hope you're right, but I've been burned one too many times. But yeah, I mean, at least they're talking about it, honestly. Yeah. I'd rather them say that than nothing at all, to be fair. So hopefully they can pull it out. But either way,
you guys, you know, behind the scenes stuff, how much you love this, and it just comes across, you know, to the game that you guys have created, but also to how you guys passionately talk about it. So thank you.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
It was a pleasure being here. We're just excited.
Yeah, round-based zombies is back. Thank you, Treyarch team. It's been incredible to see everyone here at Call of Duty
Let's get
Next.
Ted Timothy
playing Liberty
Timmons on
Falls,
here,
our
man.
first ever gameplay of Liberty Falls. It's been an absolute
Theodore
blast having you guys on the desk
Timothy
with
Timmons.
us. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much for
more
joining us here on the
tales
broadcast now. But folks,
at the
when we come
table.
back, we're going to be diving into some live Resurgence gameplay on the brand new map. We're revealing for a new chapter of Warzone. And of course, we're going to be joined by both Treyarch and Raven here at the desk.
Timmons
so make
coming
sure
up.
you stay tuned.
Timmons,
Warzone's
baby.
coming up right after this, folks. Don't go anywhere.
All right, so they're doing a little break, and then we're getting into some Warzone. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, so that was cool, that look at Liberty Falls, but we learned not anything really new anyway, which I guess we should have expected because the blog post was so detailed on zombies that they had released. But,
yeah.
To be fair. But yeah, I was still expecting to learn, I don't know, something maybe. Although I'm not sure what.
We
One
learned
thing I
all
did
about the map.
We didn't see any new zombie types at all in Liberty Falls. So
That's true. I did not notice any new zombie types. And I thought they said, wait, didn't they say there would be more zombie types at launch or something? Or just because we're not seeing them doesn't mean they won't be in?
Yeah,
or,
I wouldn't be
don't know.
surprised if that's the case. I don't recall them saying that, but maybe they did and I missed it. But even if there aren't, that's okay. it's a fundamentally different map. It's got different wonder weapons, different vibe, different characters, different main quest. So it's going to be sufficiently distinct from Terminus Island to where I don't really mind, even if there aren't other unique zombie types. Although, again, I suspect there probably are. It's just like that we didn't see them here or what. Because keep in mind, a lot of zombie types are like round gated too. So like you wouldn't see dogs until like round 5, for example. And then you wouldn't see like the elite zombies until like round 15 or something. So who knows, you know? But yeah. So now we're interviewing
Call of Duty legend himself, FIFA Kill.
This is FIFA
and
Kill.
our fans have actually been voting on the question that they're most excited to ask our creators and hear them answer. So the winning fan voted question was, how have you used the new Omni movement system and how has it been so far today?
I mean, it's feeling good, I'm going to be honest. At the start, I was a little slow. I'm not exactly a movement king, no Joe-Wo, but I got used to it. We started cooking. I was moving around, diving over tables, looking behind me. I was going a little crazy. I think I got a 99 kill game earlier. So I'm liking the movement. It's feeling good. I like the slide too. You can like slide and then go down into like a laying backwards kind of thing. It's crazy.
It's good because you're flexible. You can kind of, pursue your own movement and what you want to do on a map as well. Now, you did mention Joe-Wo. I know he's the movement king, but with this new hairstyle, you might be starting to overtake him with this new alter ego that you've got.
I don't know.
Hey, Monster Energy. We love Monster. Shout out to FIFA.
Maybe.
Nah, I'm moving.
We may or may not love Monster.
I've never been a movement king myself,
To be
but the
determined.
movement is great. When you guys try it, you'll see as well. It's very fluid. It's very, very natural. It feels good. I'm happy about it. I'm loving it.
Love to hear that. FIFA Kill's moving different. Let's see what other creators think. Robert, who you got?
Hey, what's up, Lottie? I'm here with the Warzone GOAT himself, Repulse. All right, Repulse, tell us what you think about this new Omni movement system.
Barely fit him in the frame.
Look, this new Omni movement system, I'm not gonna lie, feels really, really fluid. I think there's gonna be a big skill gap, and I don't know, I feel like I barely got to play a little bit, so I have like a 1% idea of what to even expect, man. But so far, I feel like it's gonna be really fun.
Okay. All right, so now we got 16 new 6 versus 6 maps. We got 4 at launch, and we got 12 new weapons. What are you looking forward to most from this next Warzone?
From Warzone in general, man,
There are more than
I'm really
4
excited
maps
to
at
just
launch, by
kind of
the way. I don't
see
know why he said
what
that.
kind of changes are new and what things that they're adding. I don't know what we're allowed to talk about yet, but there's some cool stuff coming. I ain't gonna leak anything. I'm assuming maybe we can talk about it. I don't know, but there's some cool things that we kind of found out during the preview that are like super dope. So I'm excited for the movement to see how much that changes things and just to feel like COD's fresh again.
Yeah, if you're excited about it, you know we're excited about it. All right, so now, before we bounce, I want to play a game with you. All right, I got 2 props. One is a GOAT, all right? You hold that, all right? And the next one is a piece of coal. I want you to go around and give these to the creators that you believe deserve them most. All right, here we go.
Only
Should have
3
been
goats?
a goat and a burger.
Oh,
that would have been better.
All right, let's go find.
All right, go. Come on. Here we go. He's running.
I would hate this if it wasn't Repulse.
Who's the GOAT? Who's our GOAT?
Repulse can pull this goofy stuff off.
Amir. No!
Oh, you got a piece of coal. Oh, no.
All right, here we go.
Where's Biffle?
All right, now why is he a GOAT?
Hey, he's quite literally the best player in the game right now, hands down.
Can't say that. That's not Biffle.
How you doing, brother?
Yo, what's good, man?
Looks like MP Control Ward.
You're the best in the world right now.
Yeah, someone would say.
Okay, racist.
I like it. He's humble.
What?
Bro is claiming all Hispanics look the same. Okay, man.
Their
Bro is
teammates,
not
that's
claiming
why.
that.
RG3, what's up, man? What's good? Oh,
Hisoka's such a
I love the hair. I
god.
love the hair.
Yeah,
You see that guy in the street? You
They're
think
best
he's
team
one of the
in
best
world, them
Warzone
2
players in the
plus 1.
world?
So I think it's only fair to call them the
No,
GOATs.
I don't.
Plus 1 more.
He's
Come
got
on.
aura, though.
He's so cool, dude.
Yeah, he's extremely
he's
cool.
such a cool guy.
He's very
god
cool.
damn it.
I wish I was as cool as him.
Please give Doug a Cole.
Hey,
That would be
we got
cool.
here.
And my boy Diaz Biffle, he's the third of the 2 that we just went to. Here, we're giving him the last GOAT status. But look, man, we got a lot of people to get GOAT D. Talk to me, man. How you feeling, bro?
I feel good,
This
man.
segment is going a little too long now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing Warzone now for 20 minutes. We've got to move on,
He said you're one of
guys.
the best in the world.
Yeah.
All right, find the coal. Let's find the coal. Oh, man. He gave him coal.
That's my GOAT. That's my GOAT. Look, man, this guy lives with me.
Little bro Adrian,
I
huh?
gotta give him one.
Oh, he just sunned him.
I appreciate that. All right. Hey, we appreciate your Repulse. All right. And Lottie, why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit more about the beta?
This guy's good at hosting, by the way, for a quarterback.
I mean, that is the craziest switch around I have ever seen, but that's why I've got RG3 over there doing the cardio, and I'm giving you guys the good news. The Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta early access kicks off on all platforms in 2 days on August 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Pre-order now for early access.
With a $10 super chat. Cheers to Warzone. Cheers to you, man.
Now,
thank you for the $9 and also 99 cents in real United States
will be joining
currency.
us for all
thank you, Kevy boy.
Thank you so much for that, Lottie, and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. And we are about to watch some live Call of Duty Warzone gameplay. I'm stoked. It's going to be awesome. Steph, we got some guests with us here today, too.
That's right, GB. We've got the very first live gameplay of the all-new map coming to Season 1 later this year. So buckle up, because you're going to want to see
buckle up, dude.
The debut of this Resurgence map coming up here shortly.
I don't need to buckle up.
We are excited to welcome our guests to the
buckle
desk.
up,
More
idiot.
talented people from Treyarch. We have Brittany Beidelman and Miles Leslie. Guys, it's almost time.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm so hyped
you're
up.
excited?
Let's go.
I mean, like the
Miles has got the shoulders on him.
Let's go.
Almost as broad as mine.
Me too.
So you know what? Let's just jump right into it. Let me not waste you guys' time anymore here. All right, Brittany, Miles, of course, thank you so much for joining us here today. And we're going to be talking about this new Resurgence map that's going to be coming to Warzone, courtesy of Treyarch. What it's been like building this experience for y'all, because it must feel great to see it now out in the world.
Yeah, it's been really putting so much passion across all the teams, and special shout out to
Give me their titles again. Who are these people?
The Raven
Is he
team,
Treyarch
the
or Raven?
Studios teams. Everyone has really come together.
These are both
what
Treyarch
the dream and
devs.
vision of this map
We're talking
is.
about the map because they designed
Every
the map.
single piece has been touched. So much intention. We're so excited to talk about it and show it off.
They've touched every piece of the map.
It's been a minute since we've had a new Treyarch map in Warzone, so this is really exciting.
It's a big moment. Yeah.
Yeah, the team at Treyarch has been working tirelessly on this map. We are thrilled to finally be able to talk about it and show it to the world.
I love that. Well, here we go. I mean, look, guys, without
Welcome
ado,
to Area 99.
Let us introduce you to
Area 99.
All right, Area 99.
Here we go. We got a little cinematic. Echo Ridge.
I think it's about
Station.
Nuketown, which is what I said earlier.
They spelled dormitory wrong.
Did they really?
Maybe not. I thought it was DORM though. Probably not.
Okay, cute lore already. I like this.
The House Factory. Nuketown shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it is
it's
about
Nuketown.
Nuketown.
I
which
like
is what
that.
I told you guys
For
earlier.
Resurgence, that makes sense.
Gave the pod a dorm. True. Got our own dormitory. Uh-oh.
This is a cool cinematic, brothers.
Fallout map.
And Nicole. Yeah, Fallout vibes for sure.
Ask what would Archie do?
We have arrived
we got an
at
attack
the
map view.
birthplace of
Wow.
Nuketown.
We're going to do a screenshot of that
These are
right now.
very
It
close
looks very
look
small.
at our overhead
No
attack
water
map
at all either.
of Area 99.
Let's get into the trucks. I hope they talk about my truck.
No water at
Yes,
all.
we made it. You said it,
Massive
Stephanie.
W.
Welcome to the birthplace of Nuketown. We have 10 POIs, each with their own gameplay flair and thematic connections to Nuketown. This is uniquely a Black Ops map with a ton of character. It is. We just cannot wait for players to get into this.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
let's get into
we
it
have
then.
more POIs on the version of the TAC map that you're seeing here today. On the streamer's
It's a big
TAC map,
reactor
once
there.
they're in game, it's going to look a little different. But you know what? This
Okay.
is where we're headed for launch. We're obviously going to see alpha
Dude,
gameplay
this
of Area
is a
99.
dope-looking
We got
map.
live gameplay coming up on Area 99 in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a closer
Also looks
look
flat, by
at
the
our
way.
points of interest.
Flat, and the elevation changes
Take
all
us
come
away.
from the buildings.
Yeah, so Area 99, you're parachuting
but it
in. What's
makes
the
it very
first thing you
vertical.
see? Our Nuketown
Well, yeah,
house
I just mean-
suspended
Oh, that's
mid-air.
cute.
It is so
That's
awesome.
dope.
Up here, you
That's
have a view
super
of
dope.
other Nuketown houses that have been swallowed up by the sands of time. Then we have our test site. This is where experimental weapons are
Okay.
sourced.
Gas, as the
The
Zoomers would
observance
say.
player may recognize
map's
that we
looking
have
good.
a prototype
It's looking
Guardian in the space,
exceptional.
which is a
Better
fun
than the
mod.
gameplay I was watching of Diaz
Yeah,
Biffle.
That's pretty cool. That POI connects to our underground
There's a bunker
space. So down here, the players are more self-contained,
their favorite, yeah.
separated from the chaos on the surface.
It's not too
but I
deep,
recommend
though.
grabbing a gas mask before going down there.
Oh shit, that's the Echo Ridge weapons testing.
This is our bullseye in the center of the map. It's also our tallest POI with multiple levels.
Oh, so the tallest POI once again dead center. Shout out Prison
that
Roof.
it is connected to every single other POI in the map.
And it's connected to every other POI, which makes it less powerful.
And it's got radioactive
That's actually
goo.
good.
There's also radioactive goo.
You will take damage from. Yeah, trust
Oh,
me.
you'll take damage from
We
the
have our
goop.
manufacturing POI.
Look at manufacturing these houses, yeah.
Town houses are made. The
Little
space is
prefabs.
fun. We have doors, windows being carried throughout the space.
I'm a construction
There
expert.
may or may not be a sneaky zip line in
A
here
lot of
somewhere.
wall bangable stuff
I'm
there.
not gonna
Shout
tell
out
you
Combat
where it is.
Scout.
You have to go and find
We
out.
gotta go find it.
Oh, I love everything about this.
Immaculate
Then we have
vibes.
our
They're really bringing the vibes
mannequin
here.
assembly
Yeah,
space.
this map has
place is
insane
really
aura.
fun. So, okay, the backstory of this is it has been overproducing mannequins throughout the years, and now
not scary at all.
It's
Yeah.
a
Is
little
this
bit
like the
creepy.
paperclip
Players get to
thought
run through
experiment?
massive piles of mannequins.
Is that
I hope
the
there's a
idea?
Limbs
mannequin
are just tossed
operator skin
throughout.
this year.
As one does.
There was last year.
Don't get squashed by our mannequin smasher. And then
There's
we
the
have
pods.
our pods. This is where the
Friend of the
people who
pods.
worked at Area 99 used to live.
We're in the
this
top
is a
pod,
fun,
and then Pulse
stacked,
Check is
smaller
somewhere beneath
engagements.
us.
And players here really need to listen for those footsteps of other players in order to hone
Listen
in
for the
on
footsteps
their
of players. Wow.
I mean, this just looks so cool.
Pod's
Everything about
final
this.
circle, absolutely wild.
Oh, yeah.
Chaos.
I really hope we see one today in play
Yeah, the pods are
testing.
colorful.
The pods
Here's
are
another
colorful,
one.
yeah.
You're gonna
It's
have
small,
one of
brother.
the wildest fights I've
Okay,
seen
so
recently
it
in a
looked
while.
very
Something that
vertical,
stands
but that's
out to me
because
just
Biffle
looking
was
that
only
overhead
at
map real
pods.
fast is a lot of color. You know,
I think
Apex
it looks
5, that's what his
really
chat
cool.
was
really gonna
spamming
stand
too.
out
It
when
looks
you're
like
like moving
Apex.
through the map. You
What
really
is this with the
get the
$5
idea
super
that-
chat? Area 99,
Going
true.
into
Thank
new
you, Big
environment.
Giant
Absolutely.
Dog,
That was super critical
for the
us
super chat. We
across
appreciate
just
it.
deconstructing Nuketown and bringing that color and
Holy
fun in that sense back.
moly.
Yeah, now here's the other wild part that, I genuinely just didn't even consider it being a thing, that there's a story around Nuketown. How did the creative come about for this? Because what an utterly fascinating way to approach not just making a map, but also tying in the lore of this simple map that we were introduced to years ago in Call of Duty. How did you guys come about doing it?
There was no
we
water
were
in
super inspired
multiplayer
by
either.
Nuketown. It's
That's a
fan
great
favorite.
point,
We love
Razinon's
it.
balls.
And when we had the opportunity to bring
There
something
will be.
to
It was in
Warzone,
multiple cinematics.
We really wanted to bring the
tons
frenetic
of
energy of
cinematics.
Nuketown.
Yeah.
And so we deconstructed it. And part of that is the history of the space and how fans love the history of it and the gameplay. So we tore it apart, broke every single piece down. Like Brittany said, there's so much intention. But this had to be where they're making all those Nuketowns and then shipping them off to the desert to blow
Plopping
them
them in
up.
the desert.
This old, abandoned military facility built in the 1950s,
Lot of
we
lore
leaned all
discussion.
the way in. And so when you see that color and you
Yeah.
see so many unique POIs in gameplay, it all stems from that idea is, where was Nuketown made?
Yeah.
Area 99, baby.
Very, very interesting. Now, narratively, I'm absolutely just in. I'm down with this. But I'm also seeing a lot of really cool areas, Brittany. We can have some fun engagements. What were some of the core design philosophies that y'all wanted to implement on this to really make it feel like not just you're playing Nuketown, but you're playing Nuketown in a scale that's never been tested before?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the most important things that we wanted to do with this map was, like Miles was saying, tell the origin story of Nuketown. And in fact, Nuketown itself was a key source of inspiration for our map.
Yeah.
So we pushed for more of a classic 3-lane design.
Tell me
and
about
that
wild
was
cards.
strategic because we want to funnel players together towards the center
Dude, this is
of the
looking
map.
way better than I expected
And
as a map,
by
though.
doing this, you'll
Like, way
have
better.
quicker engagements, faster gameplay.
Talking about how
and
they
that's what we
designed
want
the
from this
Resurgence
space.
map with a
We also
3-lane
have a
map
lot
in
of
mind.
vertical, taller buildings in the space, and that's also strategic because we want players to gain awareness of where other teams are, using the rooftops, things like that. Help them think tactically in the space, and again, all for the the need of having the faster engagements that we want in that space.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of really fun
I don't know how
fights
verticality
at
is related to
Reactor,
gameplay
right in the
speed,
center.
but I'm
As
not
you mentioned,
opposed to
it's like a
verticality,
bullseye.
so.
It's tall. It's beautiful. There's underground
The second you
components.
drop you're in it.
Don't import
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah.
Again, all
Sorry.
hit up with
It
that
looks
toxic
very
sludge.
intense.
All over the toxic. Yeah, well,
I'm going to land right into it. I already know that that's happening. My friends are just going to have to deal with it. Yeah.
but Brittany, what can players expect in terms of comparing Area 99 to other Resurgence maps that they know in Warzone?
This is a good question.
Now?
Yeah, so players can expect this map to bring the fast, frenetic gameplay that we all know and love from the OG Nuketown. It's coming to Resurgence in Area 99. And when you look at the pre-existing portfolio of Resurgence maps, you'll see that Area 99 is actually very similar in size to Rebirth Island.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That'll make a lot of people excited.
It looks a lot smaller, but maybe it isn't.
The map layout itself, gives you a lot of
because it's more round, so it's not quite as long, I would imagine.
Yes,
the Rebirth isn't long as it is.
Yeah.
POI to POI.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rebirth is kind of
There's so much care, like Stephanie was saying, and the
You're
team's absolutely crushed it as we've been playtesting it, is having those conversations on rotations and approaching it from a Warzone and Resurgence point of view. That always key is, again, taking MP Nuketown for Resurgence is key. It absolutely feels and plays like it.
Yeah, well, speaking of the feels part of it, I mean, the aesthetic stands out big time.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So let's talk about that inspiration, why you guys went the direction that you went.
I don't
with this
care
very
about the aesthetic very
retro
much.
style, if you will.
Yeah, get Raven
so
on here. I want to hear
Nuketown
about the
and
game.
where
I need
really
Ted
the
to Richie
origins of
Timmons,
that, It's
yeah.
got this retrofuturism sort of
This year with
aesthetic.
Warzone,
for that.
we took away the backpack.
Let's get the big conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Today I learned.
The wild cards,
It's
the
abandoned,
backpack,
but it's Nuketown. What
streak
does it mean?
spam. Maybe talk more
So
about
this
that
was a
audio
key inspiration
thing.
across all the buildings, and really because it's a projection of almost what the 1950s thought the future was going to be. That's really through all the machinery, the robots, the
it's like
pressure,
Fallout,
the
exactly.
reactor. It feels like that, and that was important to us. So you're constantly immersed in Area 99, and you know it's Black Ops. You know it's special to this moment, and you know Area 99 is bringing something fresh and new.
And Archie.
And Archie
Adams.
Come on, you heard him at
I
the
don't know
top.
who Archie
It's really a
Adams is.
special character to the team that we crafted to
sure
be the
do.
mascot for the nuclear reactor and the nuclear world that Area 99 is bringing. So
The
shout
spiritual
out to
leader
Archer.
of Area 99. I think we're going to see a lot of him.
Just remember,
hopefully.
do what Archie does.
I love it.
Oh, is Archie
You are
that
gonna
dude
hear him
in
the
Zombies?
map. He's all over with the PAs. It's fantastic.
That like thing you put
And of
together?
course, like I said, this is alpha
That guy?
gameplay that we're seeing
That
here
robot
today
thing?
at Next, because this map is obviously still few months away from launch, but the
A few months
streamers
away
are
from
live
launch
at
is
Next
what she
are
said.
going to be dropping into Area 99 shortly. Brittany, I have to ask you, I have my own thoughts. I have my own favorite place to land here. What do you think the hot drop's going to be?
I super don't care.
Oh man,
what some
I think
senior
the hot
Treyarch
drop
dev
today is
woman
going to be
is gonna
a
hot drop
manufacturing
on this
POI.
map.
That's the one that has all
nothing
the
I would
Nuketown
care less
houses getting
about
built,
than
right?
this.
Any mini Nuketown.
All of them,
Please
yes.
get
And
Ted
so
Timmons
this
on.
is going to be a hot drop because it is a parkour playground inside. Players can run, jump, climb on all of the different house pieces. It's going to be so fun, and it's a good, testing ground for that
She's never
omni-movement
played Warzone
system.
in her life, by the way.
Yep.
Not a single,
My
not
favorite
once.
is, I have to say, House on a Crane. You talked about it first. It's
House
in
on a Crane.
Nuketown shipping. You cannot miss House on a Crane. You got a great
where I'll be
vantage up
landing,
there.
House on a Crane.
Miles, do you have a favorite?
I do. So, I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard
where's
to
the
choose.
drop spot
Personally,
gonna
for
be,
me,
fellas?
I love to get into the command
That's the
bunker
question, isn't
underneath.
it?
I like the SMG, the
Jake's saying we're
shotgun. I
going
like to really
mannequin.
try to dominate that if I can.
That's what Jake's saying?
The circle might push me out, but
Jake's
I'm going
saying
to try
we're
to
going
hold it.
mannequin, yeah.
And I have a
He's
soft
calling it
spot where
already.
when you were looking at it is callback to Blackout, Nuketown Island bunkers underneath.
My
for everyone that
man.
knows.
My man. Love it.
It's got that vibe and that feel. So I love to just kind of sit down there like a hermit and a creep and just kind of like watching people.
Okay, duly noted.
Yeah,
Oh, a little
got
camping
places.
rat is a Treyarch dev. Who would have thought that?
I like that strategy.
Who would have thought a Call of Duty dev is a little camping
I didn't
rat
say
that's
corner.
proud of
Okay,
it?
GB.
Who would have thought?
I'm going to a corner.
He said command
Everyone.
center.
Tactical defending.
Okay, but outside of the command center, we're
Execute
looking
them.
outside the bunker. If I happen to look at the periphery of the map, out into the desert, saw some conversation about this
Sis said
online.
periphery.
What else might we see in that Nevada desert?
Well, you might see a hint of something fans love that might come later. We'll see.
Okay.
Get something with scope. You might see
Just a
something.
little hint.
You guys out here with the teases and everything. My
can't give it
goodness
all
gracious.
away. You
getting that,
Every
man?
time, every
What do you
time.
think that would
All right,
be?
folks.
I don't
Well,
know.
we'll be
I
back
don't know.
with more
See, if you look at
Warzone
something out on the
coverage,
map in the
including
distance,
talking
maybe
about
with the
Battle
scope, it
Royale
might be a hint
updates,
at something
ranked
coming.
play, and
Interesting.
more. But for
Yeah,
now,
I have
though,
no idea
let's
what
send
that
it
could- a
over to
sandstorm
our casters
slowly
for some
rolling
brand
toward the
new
map to just
gameplay
piss
of
all over it.
Resurgence
Stop
map
it, dude.
Area 99. Fellas, take Take it away.
Footstep audio.
Thank you very much, Alex. Area 99 is a mere moments away, but myself and Chris, raring to go.
Yes, I want to dress up as a mannequin, though.
Ooh,
random
skin. Well, folks, we've got some very, very exciting news for you. That's right, folks. Welcome back to the Castle Circle, Miles and Puckett, and we are welcoming you right now to the TCL Power Hour. For those of you who are here last year, you know what it's all about, but during this next hour, we'll have our creators try to complete these 9 challenges while in the middle of the Battle Royale. These 9 challenges will come them 9 opportunities for you at home to win a 65-inch TCL TV. 9 of them.
65 inches?
65 inches and 9 chances to win.
What did you get excited about?
I like these different challenges. This is going to make the gameplay extra spicy. If it wasn't enough.
Gunfighter wildcard animation, for example.
Use
what does that mean?
#CodNext and #TCL.
It's just some sort of sweepstakes. I don't know.
To enter. Check out the full rules below. Make sure you're doing it right, Miles.
So let's get to the game,
Yeah,
Chris.
let's get to the game, Chris.
We've got a whole lot of action to get through. Area 99, folks. Let's do it. Yeah. Honestly, can't wait, Chris. Mannequin.
Let's go.
Imagine a mannequin skin. That would be a
We're watching
very...
So now we are finally watching
week 1. It might take till
gameplay,
season 2, but I mean, who doesn't want to dress up?
I do. Look, the idea of a new Warzone map is incredible.
He has Artist War audio.
I've been so pumped for this.
Oh yeah, it's just extremely delayed. Yeah.
All right, get up.
So many talented gamers here as well.
Yeah,
I was just looking around to see who would be in our lobbies. This should
Let's
be fun.
not do whatever POV we have now. Show me someone stream, please, one time.
And unplug Iceman Isaac's setup, and I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that, Chris. I'm not that guy.
No, and we should remind everybody, Stephanie said this a few times, this is just alpha. We're going to see an even more polished
So he opened a loot box, and the loot didn't just
you and I
come
saw
out
this
in
last
one
night. We had
pile.
just a few
it came
hours
out in
into
like
it.
a little
What did you like most when you were playing?
I mean, it sounds like quite a cop-out, Chris, but I just love the idea that a single map from Black Ops history
UI looks very similar to what we have in Warzone now in terms of placement, but it does have like that
family feeling
Black Ops font and style.
It's just very exciting.
10 different POIs.
We're seeing the legend here. Nothing new on the legend.
It's
also not customizable, at least from the map screen.
They said what's going to be the hot drop? Maybe manufacturing. I think it's going
to
be
out of a chopper.
shipping,
Joseph J.
Everyone just wants to go to the place
dropping out of a plane or helicopter.
I also love the idea that
helicopter is not that loud, by the way.
Above everyone. To me, it's just such a cool idea to show a little bit of homage. I know you can look out across the desert, and in the distance there is the OG Nuketown, which let's face it.
Oh my God, look at that sniper glint on the right. That was so bright.
I wasn't looking over there.
Ghost, if you're watching this one, my boy Knight
looks pretty good. The ground loot looks
did not make it to COD Next this year. I personally want to vouch for this guy after watching him play for Twisted Minds. Knight is a resurgence monster, and he refuses.
Oh, it
to
highlights
play
the guns as to what color they are.
Yeah, which is cool.
It doesn't do that now, does it?
I don't believe it.
I don't think it does. It's very noticeable now, though. I'll tell you that much.
J-God did not hear that guy coming. I can tell you that.
You know what you're getting yourself into, folks. It should be a fantastic time. And the whole time, Chris, we've barely brought it up.
Oh, he like landed right on him.
He is in also a studio
Omni movement being in there.
People
Brad is getting involved.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of work there with the Tanto 22. And he goes down. But look, a smile on his face and a heart full of joy.
Yeah, maybe he'll come back here in about 17 seconds, Bradders. Excited to have you with us here in DC, one of our 250
and I'm going to mute these guys
creators.
yapping now, by the way, but we are still watching some Warzone gameplay. Dude, the visibility of this map looks really good, but we're only outside so far. I'm very curious to see what it looks like inside some buildings. Because Rebirth thought the visuals are great outside, the visibility rather, but inside some buildings they look miserable. An enemy armor box was like highlighted in red with an icon above it. That's pretty interesting. You don't have that now. And I have not seen a backpack yet, by the way.
No, yeah, backpacks are gone. But he has a button that says down in its inventory. On the bottom of his screen.
Yeah, I know. So I want to see what that means.
Might just show like your ammo and everything.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Oh, I wonder if we'll get a look at the best play for Warzone. Because that's supposed to be coming to Warzone as well. That would be cool to see. Looks very, performance-wise, it looks really good, by the way.
How many players did it start with?
Like, no stuttering, good frame, super smooth looking. That was a, what was that satchel looking thing? You saw that, right? That like satchel looking thing? What is that? Oh, armor satchels are back, because now he has a total of like 12 or whatever.
It's just, it gives you a bunch of plates.
So it's just like the old satchels from Warzone 1. Which does imply no more backpacks, but we still don't know what this inventory button does.
Blair's still there.
Yep. Gas mask. His total SMG ammo and AR ammo is 300 in reserve, by the way. So without backpacks, they just give you buckets of dedicated ammo slots, I guess. Which I'm okay with. Okay, so this guy was full health, now he's downed. 300 damage is the Warzone health pool. So we're still going to have the same amount of health in Warzone as we do right now. But in multiplayer, we're not. Which is interesting, because right now it's 150 multiplayer, 300 fully plated in Warzone. When BO6 comes out, it's going to be 100 multiplayer, but still 300 total fully plated in Warzone. So that's going to feel more stark. But I'm fine with that. I want to keep 300 health for sure in Warzone.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I wonder if that means they've adjusted plate values or if they've adjusted your total health value in Warzone. So do you have 150 base health, no plates in Warzone?
Jesus Christ.
That was, yep. So yeah, that's just not going to say it, but...
Specialist is right in there.
Yep. So you can still loot perk packages. Someone's got to press their inventory button.
Yeah, it is probably what NPR said. It's just going to show like your plates and ammo so you can drop it, basically.
Yeah, probably. I just want to see it still.
Notice he's running with that knife out.
Yep. Doing a little execution. I've received it. Oh, I wonder if interrogating is back also.
Sprinting with your knife out gives you unlimited tack sprint, I guess. That's what somebody in chat said earlier.
Oh, that's super interesting.
There's a care package you can purchase. You can purchase a care package.
That's
7,500. So I guess it's just a random kill streak. Why would you pay? I mean, how many kill streaks are in the game to have a care package exist for more money?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, super good question. Looked like there was no spawn protection, by the way, when he was shooting that guy out of the sky. So that's interesting. The PA minimap icon is still there, showing the path of it and stuff.
The gas is a lot more noticeable when you run into it.
Is also different looking. Yeah.
He's got tempered.
He's got all the perks.
Yeah.
Idiot. Sorry. By the way, he has 3 stims, it looks like. That's probably a result of a perk. Oh, look at this Omni movement. Oh, no.
No, that's rude. They can't do that to him.
Absolutely.
That was the last kill. Oh, no. They're going to show last kill.
So let's see if we see play of the game. Okay, so final kill. It worked. Oh, no.
That is rude, dude.
Bro got assassinated. That's extremely rude. Yeah. Okay, there's the scoreboard. 18
Little
kills.
51 bomb as a squad.
That's, I mean, I could have done that by myself, but that's fine. So no like winner circle or anything, but it does show the final kill, which is cool. So now we're back on Aiden. So his perks, it looks like he has Mountaineer, double time, maybe. And I don't know what that third perk was. And it's gone.
So many fantastic players, and all of these players are live on their personal channels. So go find your favorite in addition to watching the main broadcast.
In addition to watching the main broadcast, a little birdie has just told me that Lottie is on the floor with a very special guest. Lottie.
Go Cowboys.
Thank you so much, fellas. We're
He's not a special
over
guest
right now, aren't we, RG3? To Tim the Tatman for a From the Chat interview presented by Herman Miller. Tim,
Timothy
of all,
the Tattoo
welcome
Man.
to COD Next. Lovely to
grab
see
some
you.
water.
How are you liking Area
Bro has
99?
those Larry Bird shorts
so far,
on.
loving it. Didn't fully get to dive into it just yet, but I want to. I'm a slow learner, so hoping a couple more games and I'll be able to, compete with some of these other pros around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's I say that every time I start playing.
Yeah, that's me, bro. That's me.
But Tim, just for you, 4 years waiting for this game to come out. They've been putting it to develop, the longest ever between Black Ops games. What are you looking most forward to?
I think for me personally, it's definitely that Omni movement, and it's literally flipped the game on its head. Like, I didn't know what to expect before coming here, and now being here and playing it, it really is like, you can't, like, I'm going to go back and play the old COD, and
Tim the
it's going to
Tatman
feel
is
so
a
different
keyboard
compared
mouse
to what I
player,
was
for what
playing
it's
here.
worth.
So that, hands down, that's hands down what I was most looking forward to, like, trying out and running with, so.
100%. I mean, sometimes it's really the little things, isn't it, that makes such a big difference. And speaking of little things, what is that on your desk, Tim?
Well, so, RG3, I saw that you had one of the largest croissants ever in Paris, and so what I did was I tried to find the smallest one I could possibly find for you.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
Tim,
don't eat all in
shouldn't
one
have.
bite. You know what I mean?
My long lost love right here. You know what? Only thing that's missing is my wife, so I might as well eat it, right?
Oh, that would have been. He would have been so cool if he hit that. And he didn't.
Fortunately, my teeth are too big.
That's all right. It happens to the best of us. But
Professional
love that
athlete,
so
by
much,
the
Tim.
way.
Thank you so much. And best of luck in all
Eats
your
it off
future
the
games,
floor.
mate.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I need it. I'm starting to cook a little bit.
He's
There you
cooking.
go.
Tim's cooking at COD Next, and only here, folks. Casters is back over to you.
Thank you very much, Lloyd. Well, I'm joined back on stage now with some very, very special guests with a very special announcement about the Call of Duty League's Endowment Black Ops 6
What is
pack.
this?
I'm here now with former Navy
have
SEAL and
Blackwater.
current Performance Capture Director at Treyarch. I'm here with Mikel Vega. Sir, an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. We're here with a very exciting announcement today. The Call of Duty Endowment Tracer Pack will launch October 25th for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It was inspired by and created in close collaboration with former UK Special Forces operators who are here with us today.
Whoa.
On behalf of Through Dark, a British apparel
UK
company
Special
founded
Ops?
on the principle
Yeah.
veterans are cut from a very special
So I can
cloth.
shoot
An airman
better.
in the
Welcome,
United
gentlemen.
States Air
Thanks,
Force.
Mikel.
How's it going? Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind the Endeavour Pack?
Yeah, so we've spent the majority of our military careers within UK Special Forces, and in this time we live by the mantra, endeavour through adversity.
This experience, however, is not reserved for the military elite. It is universal and
I
human.
could literally go
We
to
all
boot
encounter
camp and be
hardship in our
better
own
trained
lives
than
in our
UK
own way.
Special Forces, by the way.
True.
Ain't that the
W
truth?
America.
And how did this
Average Marine
collaboration with
Corps
the Call of
infantry
Duty
soldier,
Endowment come
which you
about?
would know because you were that.
So
I
like
wasn't
best
attached
plans
in
and
the
interests
Corps.
were
That's
aligned
correct.
at
And you
the
did
beginning.
serve in the Middle East.
As
Yes.
military
You served your
veterans,
time.
the mission of
So
the
I
Call
did.
of Duty
Yeah.
Endowment
07.
resonates
Fallujah
You
was
with
a
were
dark
you were
time.
more trained than you
And I
guys.
was
so
there
developing the Call of
in
Duty
active
Endowment's
combat.
first ever
Yes, that's
UK
correct.
operator skin, knowing our efforts would directly follow veterans across the UK, US seeking
English
meaningful
can't
employment.
speak English, by the way. W America.
As you mentioned, this is the first UK operator skin. What does it mean to be?
That's also just not true. There's a lot of UK
veterans?
operator skins
Well,
already in the game.
Our
I've
ethos
got
as
it.
Royal Marine Commandos
British.
of the Special Boat Service is inextricably woven throughout this
Simply
pack.
woven
From
throughout
the operator
this
kit
pack.
to the loadouts and pack essentials, our goal
You
is to
should
create
weave some
something
freedom into your
unquestionably
governing
authentic.
document.
As proceeds from sales of
Magna
this pack
Carta.
will employ veterans in both the US and UK, it is incredibly humbling knowing that we get to continue serving the
You
community.
guys are jacked.
we all
They have a
came
lot of
from.
time because they don't actually go to war.
What can
so they
our
just work
players
out all
look
the
They
time.
have
forward
plenty
to
of
They
time
don't train
to
or go to
as
war.
they- while
await
they're
the launch of
pretending
this
to
Because they're
be in
not
the
real
military
special
or
forces.
not
Our
doing
hope is that
anything. Yeah.
players recognise
Oh,
that the pushover
America,
produced by
please,
purchasing this
there's
pack to
oil
help
in the Middle
veterans.
East. Can you guys go and
Without
take
giving
care of it,
too
even
much
though we're
away, I'd
closer?
advise other players to
Yes,
watch the
fine,
backs, check the
okay.
corners, and stay
We
away
will.
from the water once this pack is
W
live.
America. By the way, Jenny!
While a
The
picture is
$10
worth
super chat.
1,000
United
words,
States
we
dollars,
want
by
to
the way.
leave you
W
all with
Jenny.
just one.
Thank
Endeavor.
you. King. No message attached.
There you
Don't
have
need
it,
to say
folks.
anything.
The very
America
first
speaks
look
for
at the Call
itself.
of Duty Endowment
I
Endeavor.
respect
That is pretty cool looking.
For a deeper dive into
Yeah,
the
It'll be the
knowing
worst
there's
selling
a British
operator
guy
skin.
under that
Be sure to tune in to the
balaclava
Call of
makes it a
Duty
lot
Endowment
less
Bowl
appealing, you know?
immediately following
Yeah.
this broadcast, where
And
Louis,
he's got the
Foxy, and
little
I
UK
will do a
flag
deep
on his
dive
left.
into the pack. And be sure to get the
Those
pack
colors
on
do
October
run, in
25th
fact.
when
They're
it
not
launches
even
for
in the
Call of
patch,
Duty Black Ops
so.
6 and join more than
Unlike the United States
3.5
colors, which
million
don't
players
run, so.
who have
These
outfitted
colors
their
don't
Call
run,
of
that's
Duty
what I always
operators
say.
with
That's what-
endowment
that's
items
what
to
I
help
always say.
us
It's what we
place
always said in the
more
core,
veterans
yeah.
into great jobs. We
Yeah.
can't do what we do without your support.
And he's talking to
Thank you both
Americans.
for joining
the
us
UK
today.
can't do what they do without our support. That's correct, yeah.
Let's get back
He
to
says,
gaming.
let's get back to
Thank
gaming.
you very much, James. Well, wicked announcement. Very, very
Yeah,
special.
I like bros
we
like
do have
shawl, too.
much
You
more
can only get away
gameplay
with
here
wearing
at
a
Call of Duty
shawl
next.
as a
You can
grown
grab
man
the Endeavor Pack
if you're like
October
some
25th.
Jesus,
spec ops
Tim,
operator.
turn down the
Thank you very
sense.
much
My
again, James.
God.
Absolutely brilliant stuff.
He's zapping kids though. He's hitting his bullets.
Back over to Tim, the tap man. And Tim's
yeah, they
actually
were
looking
both
very
one
good.
shot,
I'm
actually,
also
yeah.
waiting for my partner in crime, Christopher Puckett, to re-emerge. But for now, folks,
Okay, so we're
you've
watching
just
some more
got
gameplay, so I'm
me.
going to
What a
once
day we've
again
had
mute
so
the
far
broadcast
at
here.
Call of Duty
But
next.
we're watching a Tim
And
the
it's been,
Tapman
a
POV, keyboard and mouse player. He seems to be having fun, so that's cool. And once again, the visibility just looks great, but we're still outside. So an IED lethal he just got. Not a kill streak, it's a lethal. IED, improvised explosive device. I imagine that's like a bouncing Betty, maybe, in function. Don't know.
Yeah, similar. Probably just run over it and simply blow up. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
You got
happened
hit
to me
by
a
one of
lot in the
those.
core. Yes, that's correct.
Got it.
IEDs were scary, yeah. Yeah, the loot like really spreads out when you open a box. It like flies out of the box in different locations. It's really good.
Feel like it's like that now, isn't it?
It may or may not be, but they're not going backwards is why I'm pointing it out. So
I'm more interested in seeing how it works when somebody dies in a stairwell. Because
Yeah,
they're not
exactly.
bringing back floating loot, so ultimately everything's going to
That's
be
a
about
great,
the same, I think.
that is a great point.
Oh, she called it
yeah.
a care package. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll see what a care
And
package is.
I guarantee you they'll swap off of her before she opens it. Come on.
Yeah, I really want to see it. Okay, here we go. It's showing.
Whoa!
She's opening it. Oh, you just get a bunch of stuff.
Legendary guns?
Specialist? A self-res and a perk package. That was pretty
I don't
good,
think it,
dude.
I don't think it was a perk package. I think it was a perk. I think it was Tracker, the
Oh,
perk.
maybe it's just a singular perk. I don't like
Yeah.
if we're going back to that goofy stuff, but...
There are lootable perks, yes.
I wonder if you'll have limited perk slots, though. Because I remember in... on Caldera... When you looted a perk, it just added it to your suite of current perks, didn't it? So like if you have your custom class equipped and then you find Tracker and pick it up, you just have all your custom perks plus Tracker. Isn't that how it used to work?
Look at this bug. I mean, this is a bug, right? There's no way the ground's just that dark there.
That's a good
It
question.
looks horrific, whatever it is.
I think it is supposed to
Gunplay
be
again
that way.
looked good when Joe was shooting that guy at a pretty good distance.
Yeah, yeah. Movement King, by the way, died.
Call
while
me
not
Al.
moving.
Yeah, you don't see that name too often anymore. What's up, buddy?
Al? Alstifer? How's it going, man? Yeah, that's true, Janny. Your balls are large. Shout out to you. Thank you, big dog.
Do you have big balls?
Giant balls, yeah, because he donates the United States dollar. That's correct. So nothing else really new in the buy stations, by the way. Pretty standard
Destroy
stuff
is zoom
besides
in.
the care package.
Every single person has specialists, by the way, so I guess just give it to everyone by default.
Yeah, it's kind of how Rebirth is right now, so might as well. PA Nody once again in a miserable spot, by the way, right under my reticle. Not quite as bad as having it right above my reticle, but pretty close. Hopefully I can change that UI element. I won't be able to.
Surely.
Oh, Hisoka, Biffle's teammate.
Somebody good.
You repel quite quick. That guy zoomed up that repel, didn't he?
Time to kill looks good.
It
Well,
does,
I mean, it's going to be the
actually.
same, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be about the same, I think. It looks surprisingly similar to current Warzone, actually.
The zips look even faster, actually.
So Shifty called 3 UAVs, and then it also said he called an advanced UAV. So I think now it'll count for you, and it'll tell you in the UI if you've popped 3 to get an advanced, and it'll say like advanced UAV, which is kind of cool. Nice little quality of life change there. So we're going to probably see that again here. Oh no, if you call it yourself, I guess you don't get the UI element. Wait, maybe it will show.
There must be a lot of money. I mean, look how much cash these guys have.
Yeah, these guys have.
They have like 50,000 as a squad, and he had already bought 3 kill streaks.
Yep, I put very little stock
but all of
in
that
that
will be
though.
adjusted.
Yeah, exactly. This is like an alpha build, so they'll change all that up. They'll make specialists less common, I imagine. I like the kill streak icon, by the way, how it's like yellow with the black.
Wait, do you not have audio on still?
I have audio off right now, yeah.
You got to put the audio on, bud.
Turn it on.
Back in
Okay,
with
I'll
our
throw it on.
TCL Power Hour to see how we're doing so far.
I still have that off.
Oh, so you can
right now, our
interrogate
creators
people.
are
That's still
trying
in
to
the game.
compete with these 9 challenges while in the middle of this battle royale. We've got a couple of them that are done. There we go. Dedicated melee done. Gunfighter wildcard elimination. Can we get that? And a combat axe, Chris.
Yeah, what is gunfighter wildcard elimination?
We need to
What does
see
that
the
mean?
combat axe elimination. 7
'Cause we haven't seen any
televisions
wild cards.
already
I
awarded.
haven't.
2 more to go.
I want to
That
see someone
gunfighter
pick up their
wildcard.
loadout.
That's going to be tough for us to track.
see what that
but
looks
we're doing
like.
our best. We got admins all over the place.
I was going to say, that's not our job, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, tweet hashtag CODNext and hashtag TCLXCOD sweepstakes to enter. The full rules are below, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a quick break, but don't go anywhere. More Warzone action right after this.
Play like a pro on a big screen TV up to 98 inches.
So is there anything left in this COD Next showcase, Tanner, or can we wrap this sucker up? What do you think?
Yes, they haven't even talked to Raven yet. We haven't heard anything about the actual gameplay changes.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
We haven't heard the most important part. I don't know why they don't talk about that at the beginning.
Yeah, very weird. So anyway, they're back on a little.
It's probably
break
going to be
here.
right here. Yeah, it's probably
So,
why they're doing the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al, they did mention if there's some sort of secret, if you look out on the horizon of Area 99 map, you might see something that could be coming in the future.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure what that would even
Warzone
be.
Wave Play. It said that on the UI.
Well, they're, I don't know. It's kind of just showing World Series of Warzone.
I don't know. Yeah, I unmuted. Yeah, they're just advertising for it, I guess. Little palm muting on the guitar. I know what that is because I'm next to it.
Players on land, some of the greatest Warzone players of all time.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. I'm Miles, this is Puckett, and if you're just tuning in, we're watching live gameplay of the new Resurgence map, Area 99. But what you just saw was a little bit of a teaser for the upcoming World Series of Warzone Finals. We're going to Vegas, baby.
It's going to be so sick. A live competition at its best. You're going to see a lot of these familiar names that are here for Black Ops 6 today, competing for serious money.
Serious cash and a lot of love there. But Area 99, we're going back
Bro,
in, Chris. We've got lots
get
to
Raven
see
up
still.
here.
Yeah,
Joe,
we
we
need
gave
to
him
see
some love
Raven.
earlier. Let's give him some more love now.
Okay, and already he is pushing for double-digit eliminations. They're just murking their way through the lobby.
Yeah.
Once
Okay.
again, the highest we saw was Repulse and
Yeah,
Crew.
Joe's
They've
game.
dropped
I mean,
some
this has
50
to be
bombs as a
the
trio.
ground there.
What can this team put together?
I mean, this is also a very, very strong team. Iceman, Isaac,
I do
Joe
not hear
Wells,
him
Staples,
walking at all,
Warzone World. If you've never
by
watched
the
them
way.
before, I mean, feast your eyes on 3
Like, I've not heard a
monsters.
footstep yet.
And there's a lot of monsters in this play, Chris.
Have
DC
you?
is bumping.
Joe,
I mean, I'm
going
not
for
really
the selfie
expecting to.
Shouldn't be a problem, or is
When they're
it?
at an
Nope, he
event
gets
like
run
this,
up
I mean,
on.
the people are
As you can take a
yapping.
look at everybody
The
playing here.
volume
What's
slider
up,
there
everybody?
really
This is
loud, so
Washington,
if you
DC.
turn the volume
This is
up,
Call
you
of
just
Duty
hear
Black
them
Ops 6, and
essentially
you are
yelling.
looking
I don't know.
at some new fun that we are seeing on the big stage.
Dr. Lupo breaking the Hippocratic Oath and trying to find some kills over here in Area 99.
Okay,
on the right-hand side of your screen. That is some laser focus. The shot's not enough, though, as the high ground will be his downfall. Seriously, though, it's an unbelievable experience here at COD Next. Again, we wish you could join us, but quite frankly, we don't have the space because we've got 215 creators in here, Chris.
I was like, can I bring my wife and kid? They're like, no room for anyone but workers, and for good reason. I understand it now that we filled this place up. And I'm looking through here. I was just noticing the rest of Dr. Lupo's lobby. Team Summertime. Blake's out on his own, but that was George playing with Hitch. Love to see it.
Zogoro now on your screen. We saw him hitting some sweet snipes in the multiplayer segment. Now the same thing. Oh, that was so close. Wouldn't that have been ideal, folks? But yeah, snipes here in the world of Warzone. Obviously a big deal. Nice shot. Chrissy goes down.
One shot downs?
Now the pressure applied.
Looks like it, right?
Decision. I mean, it's like... it's just all the makings of a good Warzone map, Chris. We've got some nice high ground to play with here. We've got ourselves these great big open spaces, a lot of lovely transitional elements, like a laneway from POI to POI, and secret tunnels.
Absolutely. You may be familiar with this weapon. It's gone by the name of the Ames 85. You can see the new sniper, the LR762.
Bang, bang.
Also here, as Zog is fully loaded, ready to unleash some fury. Just waiting for challengers to potentially be dropping back in. Here's his first opportunity.
I mean, that's the gorgeous thing about Resurgence, right? I mean,
yeah, this is
to
really
make sure
quiet,
you keep
actually.
the team alive at this point in time.
I mean, this guy, you don't even hear his
some nice
guns
changes
hardly.
there to the user interface.
Yeah.
We're going to be keep bringing this up, folks. These are the new elements here in Black Ops 6. Lovely looks there across the board. Everyone's got a little different vibe. Some
Still takes forever to load the next player when you're dead and spectating, by the way.
Sort of bearing take.
I don't know why they can't figure that out.
Not that exciting as he just waits to get back.
I don't care that much, but it is like annoying. I don't know.
Let's see it, Timmy.
Oh, when you're looking at a buy station, it tells you your cash.
Focus on yourself. Go for a little strike damage.
It's like right next to the buy station. You see that? Your cash. That's a cool little feature. No, it doesn't. Not when you're looking at a buy.
Wearing the
I'm pretty sure it does.
I'm almost positive it doesn't. Someone in chat can confirm.
This is how you push the pod, Miles.
The pod's
you
getting
blow
absolutely
it up,
getting
push
pounded.
up to the fence.
The pod's being pulverized right now. Go on, Tim. Be brave,
VLK.
This is a tough final circle to go against.
I'm curious to see how much recoil a zoom optic is going to have.
Unusable.
More free points falling in if you can hit the shots.
gun.
The burst not quite
same
clean
type
enough.
of like optic design as we have now, where like it sways a ton from the middle when you're looking all around.
Guys, there's just so much. There's so much to get through still, and we're talking Warzone.
So the middle of the reticle
There's
doesn't
better
stay
place
in
to
the
talk
middle of the
about Warzone than
optic.
The guys on the desk right now.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Interesting. Okay.
Welcome back to the desk. We are thrilled to have Raven and Treyarch joining us now to talk about Call of Duty Warzone and some of the key updates that will be coming to us in Season 1.
The guy on the left is the one that follows us on Twitter.
Actipees, Lawrence Metten, and Ted Timmons. Guys, the excitement in here over Area 99 and some of the gameplay we've seen has been awesome so far.
Yeah, you guys having fun?
Oh, I mean, this is fantastic. Let's loosen up a little bit over here. Let's chill out a bit. I saw Ted walk out. He was taking pictures, posting online.
Ted's been taking selfies, you know. The rest
Ted's
of
been
us
walking
are
around
serious.
with a disposable camera.
For the grab,
He's such a goofy little guy.
For the grab. That's how you know we're in the 90s. All right, well, gentlemen, we have had a chance to cover a lot of the global systems that we're going to be seeing in Black Ops 6 today. Of course, that includes Omni Movement. Said it like 1,500 times now, and for good reason, because it really is a big deal, and it is coming to Warzone. We've seen some incredible moments there, Pete. I mean, really, this has just changed the way that we play the game.
Absolutely. So for this year, our core design pillars really revolve around fluidity, simplification of systems, and player agency. So when we heard about Treyarch's global systems coming this year to Black Ops 6, we were really excited about the play potential that this could bring to Warzone, specifically with Omni Movement, right? So if you think about it, just having the ability to dive, slide, and sprint in any direction, it's a real game changer.
I'm actually so sick of talking about Omni.
Yeah, I'm really done hearing it. I agree.
We've already
it's the only thing they talk about. They ask the creators, "What are you excited for Omni?" Because it's the only new thing. It's a COD multiplayer. What else are they going to add?
My ones, just because of Omni.
That's what everybody says.
Like, I'm going to get absolutely cooked.
I get it.
I can't wait to get
I get it.
That's good. But yeah,
Omni Movement is just one of the many systems coming from Black Ops 6. You talked about the global systems. And one of the most exciting new features that will be debuting across the titles are global weapon builds. Lawrence, you mentioned this earlier in the multiplayer section. This is a huge quality of life change. What does it mean for players?
Yeah, so global weapon builds make it easier than ever to create and maintain and access your weapons wherever you play, whether it's multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone. Every gun you create in Black Ops 6 or Warzone is a global weapon build by default.
Oh, that's so good. So when you go to customs, you don't have to remake guns.
Use it everywhere. So you can slot
well,
it into
actually,
a
you still
loadout.
don't
If you make
customs,
it to that global weapon build, it applies everywhere it's equipped.
Amazing.
No longer going
Holy
in
crap.
one by one, loadout by loadout, and keeping your guns up to date. Global weapon builds also
that's
exist
cool. So if you have the same gun in 3 different loadouts,
let's say
if you edit one blueprint, it'll apply it to all of them.
In exchange for maybe
that actually is a nice quality of life change.
You can go back to that XM4 at any time. It's
that's
a
really cool.
Creation,
I like that a lot,
and really makes it easier than ever for players to maintain their guns. And if you're that player who jumps into Black Ops 6 at launch, has your favorite guns, has your favorite weapon builds, when Season 1 drops and the Warzone integration happens, you can easily bring over all of those guns.
That's huge.
Super easily.
I think
absolutely huge.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Tanto XM. I feel like that's might be the meta in the room at the moment, ironically. But
I know, it's great. You're hearing everyone talk about it. It's wild. But now we have a lot of things that are coming, over as part of, the shared experience that we're going to be seeing with Black Ops 6. And there are going to be a few specific things as well that we're going to be seeing, like perks and loadouts. They're going to be working a little bit differently, in Warzone. So, Pete, why don't you just take us through that, how that's going to play out, how that's going to look for the players?
Yeah, there's quite a few changes happening this year in terms of loadouts.
Okay.
First and foremost, wildcards are coming to Warzone. We're really excited about this because we really feel that this is going to be disruptive in a good way to how players kind of strategize and think about which loadouts to take and how they build them. So the two that we're showing off today are Overkill and Gunfighter. So Overkill is back. Used to be a perk, but now it is a classic, and this time it lives on as a wild card. So for those that don't know, Overkill allows you to take 2 primary weapons with 5 attachments on it. You might want to do that. Like, there might be an engagement that you might want to get into, and you have an AR, SMG, sniper, shotgun, whatever suits your fancy. You can make that choice right there and then. But if you don't want to do that, we're also showing off another wildcard today, and that's Gunfighter. Gunfighter allows you to have 1 primary weapon and 1 pistol, and the primary weapon can have up to 8 attachments. So if you really think about it, if you take the right kind of weapon and put on the right type of attachments on it, that might be the thing that turns the tide in a fight.
I have a feeling a lot of people are going to use Gunfighter.
Absolutely.
So Overkill or
Gunfighter? More that's
Gunfighter?
coming, and we'll talk about those as we get closer to launch.
For sure.
Those
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Specifically for Warzone in mind.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
So more coming as we look to the live seasons post-launch. But Ted, one of the things
you can
you've
buy
done
guns,
is
of
actually
course,
revisit
so
some of the underutilized perks.
Could run Gunfighter and then just buy your
look
SMG.
At how we might use them for this chapter.
Yeah, so our design team looked at
I
the
have to think about
equip
that
rates
a
of
lot
all
more.
of the perks over the last year and just how players have used them.
Maybe the mastery
And
camos.
We've taken
So
what would
Warzone
previously
mastery
have been,
camos are in.
bottom tier perks. Clearly not much value.
Yeah.
Combine some of them together. Some examples being we took Combat Scout and Tracker. So for anyone who's familiar with it, Combat Scout is when you hit someone, you ping them, and we've combined them together.
To be honest, guys, they're
Like
terrible.
really
the
same
Warzone
playstyle,
mastery
same player
camos
motivation.
are not
But we think
good,
the one that everyone in here
my
is going to
opinion.
love. It's got a new name.
Not my
Sprinter.
style, but I'm glad they've added
combined,
them. It's a great
what
grind.
would be movement perks from the previous game.
Yeah.
So things like double time. There's a perk that we have in the game at the moment where when you're downed, you move quicker. And then on top of that, we've added infinite tack sprint.
Oh, boy.
So we think that's going to be a
sprint, baby.
great. And in the previews, with some of the creators, the eruption for that piece was just
I
phenomenal.
really hate
With
Overkill not
Omni
being
movement
default anymore, though,
on
by
top
the
of
way.
all of that, we're going to see some pretty
bad.
exciting
It's not
movement
Yeah,
in the
I don't
game.
think
but
I like that.
Lawrence,
Because the
one
meta's
quick
going to
thing
be
I
to
want
get
to
2
touch on.
guns with
Classic
8 attachments
Prestige
on it, obviously.
coming to Warzone. This is new
So
for
now
us.
it's just, I'm going to
Can you put 8 attachments on guns you buy? How's that going to work? That was my next thought.
If the loadout has Gunfighter as its wild card, I would assume, unless it's going to work differently. Yeah, good
We've
question.
never had Classic Prestige in Warzone. It's
I
a first
assume
for the franchise.
weapons you buy
Really
will not
excited
have 8
to see
attachments.
how Warzone players engage with the system.
Wow. I'm the fact that Prestige is just going to be there in general, I can keep things going. I don't have to worry about going
Even
to one
if it
area.
isn't, though.
I'm
Classic Prestige in Warzone.
This is
Yeah.
great.
And it's not the only thing that we have in Warzone, because for the very first time, Warzone is getting its own dedicated camo
Are you serious?
track. Lawrence, we're
Okay,
pumped
so
about
Gold
this. We're
Tiger
seeing
looks-
these
it looks
mastery
all right.
camos right here. They're sick.
King's Ransom looks miserable, but every diamond camo does.
Broadcast,
So
we've been
don't care.
going big with mastery camos this year.
Catalyst looks
we have an
dope,
updated
actually.
camo system, and for
Yeah,
the
I'm
first
not a
time
fan.
ever
I like
in
it.
Warzone, you will have dedicated
And in the
camos
Giga
you can
Mastery,
only earn in
Abyss.
Warzone.
I like it a
camo
lot.
challenges geared towards
Yeah, I'm
things
not a
you
big
can
fan
do
of the
in
color. It's a little
Warzone.
too boring and
This is
plain
your
for
first
me.
look at
When you
Like I'm
shoot
saying,
it,
like
it
it's
lights up.
cool, but the fact that
Changes
that's
when
the
you shoot
mastery
it.
camo, we literally have
all
gotten
new
40
mastery
camos in
we've never had
MW3's
before
life cycle that
can
looks
only be
better
earned
than
in
that.
Warzone.
Yeah, I love all the dynamic camos that we've been seeing here.
Like, it
Really
looks cool when you
creative,
start
just
shooting
fun.
them. Just have
You
it
know,
like that
there's a
always,
little
to be honest.
special thing you get when you shoot your gun and you see colorful things pop up. You know, it's a nice feeling. It's a nice
Let's see if
feeling.
they talk about
All
how
right,
to
now,
get them.
We have a lot to be excited for in this chapter, but in terms, especially in terms of what's going to be coming with Black Ops 6 here. But you know what? I like new features. What could we be expecting here coming to Warzone in regards to like new features here? Who wants to take it?
So the big one,
Oh,
it's like a new old one.
Well,
It's,
everyone's going to use primaries anyway, Jacob.
there's no more backpack.
Oh, okay.
So this will be a huge change
Confirmed.
to the way that the game is played. We really reflected on the last 3 years, and I'm not kidding. We had like a 3-day design meeting on the backpack, and it just gave us an opportunity to like look at the history of Warzone today. And we really felt that with all this fluidity that's coming in with this brand new Black Ops 6 experience, did we want people like stowing stuff and doing inventory management, or do we just want people to like pick stuff up smoothly, run with it?
There we go,
and just
Ted.
with it?
Correct.
So we're really
Correct
excited
conclusion,
about this
brother.
new old play
You
style.
guys figured it
It's
out.
old,
Good
it's
job.
new again.
Yeah.
Love it.
Finally.
Always. We see here on screen that with the backpack changes, we're returning to the original armor satchel and also the ammo storage in terms of inventory.
Yeah, and you know, as people were saying earlier, this like, player agency, fluidity, etc. It just gave us that chance to think about.
Come
okay, the
on,
backpack had a ton of
man.
positives. Some of those were that you could carry more ammo, could carry more
Right.
ammo. So not only have we added the armor satchel that the OGs might remember, there's now this ammo satchel, and the best part is that
Oh,
they're
ammo
additive.
satchels.
So if you find one, you can pick it up, find another, pick that up, and you're just constantly making yourself better. The same goes for the perks. I don't think we really touched on it too much.
I don't like
but
that.
A number of the perks that people can equip
8
in
ammo
the loadout
satchels,
menu
never have to
can
leave
be
a
found
roof.
in ground loot.
Oh.
And
Right.
again, they're all additive.
So they're stackable. You can stack the perks
Yes.
that you're
But
picking up
you're
out
not
of the
losing
ground
inventory
loot.
space.
That's also
You can
going to change the
stack ammo
sandbox.
the satchels
And
with
then-
armor and ammo.
And then for the real hardcore players, they're still specialists. So don't worry, there's still the one thing to bind them, I guess. The one perk to bind them.
Don't worry. Yeah, we've got it. We got it. Again, there are things we've been introduced to that are coming to Black Ops 6 that are also coming to Warzone. But again, they work a little bit differently in Warzone as a mode. They've been tuned up specifically for the BR Resurgence experience. And one of those things is dedicated melee, Pete.
Yeah, so we're really excited about bringing the dedicated melee back to or into Warzone. So this is a new feature that you'll see in your loadout when you go and customize it. The cool thing about this is right on rip, if you drop in, you will have this as part of your default loadout. So
Right.
once you land, you can equip the dedicated melee by holding the melee button down. The best part about it is when you have it equipped, you will also get unlimited tax sprint.
Oh, snap.
So this is our second way of giving you
By
unlimited
God.
tax sprint.
Unlimited tax sprint
And
was
what we
default.
love about this
No,
is
it was part of double time.
now you have more
Got it.
agency, more options and strategy in how you want to play. So if you find yourself in a situation where you need to rotate,
That makes double
if
time
you
kinda
need to
short.
get out of a sticky
If you have a
combat
dedicated
scenario,
melee.
or if you want to make a tactical advancement somewhere, you can.
Yeah.
And the cool
Not
thing
really.
here
I'm
is
never running
once you
with a
customize your
dedicated melee
loadout,
out.
you
What
can
if you get caught off guard?
customize your dedicated melee.
A terrible
as well.
idea,
Well, on
honestly.
Resurgence,
I mean, famously,
I
we all know
probably
you run
wouldn't either,
faster
but
with
for
an
Big
iPad.
Map, I'm
So,
absolutely doing
you know,
that. Yeah.
that I think goes without
Especially
saying
if it's
here.
a
You get
Smoke
more
Break
with
again.
double time
Oh,
too.
man, I'm
He was
stoked.
explaining
That's
that.
so good.
They're like
I mean,
double
the
time is like
game's
3 perks in one now.
Which has been awesome to see everyone playing Resurgence on Area 99. But we got to show off a little bit in multiplayer. We saw some things happening in the winner circle and the MP matches. But Ted, emotes and sprays
Oh, yeah.
also coming.
New old.
New old.
You know, we had them in the early days of Warzone, but now it's with a twist. So the emotes are third person.
I don't like that, to be honest.
We have made sure there's a slow into and out. So
There's
you can't
unironically
peek.
going to be a meta where you sit on a corner and emote to get third-person POV
And then
so you
when it
can look
comes to
into
the
the room.
sprays,
And that's going to be one of the techs.
Earlier about this agency.
I wonder how that's going to work.
Tech is to use the fastest emote so you can third-person peek windows without moving your hitbox. I swear to God that's going to happen.
My friends and I jumped into Warzone. My squad sprayed me, so damn Rich and Craig, thank you for that. And I ran around looking like a clown. And I asked Lawrence earlier in the week, I was like, can you still spray an operator? And he said,
definitely. I wouldn't be
we got you, Ted.
Without that. If you're like me and you think spraying all your opponents in the gulag before the gulag matchup starts gives you an advantage.
That's big brain thinking.
It's back.
Tag
you can do it.
Okay. Tag my targets.
So my next birthday is going to be reliving my old birthday.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, Ted, something that it really has always stuck out to me with Raven and the work that you guys do, you guys put a lot of attention toward that quality of life, right? Quality of life updates. What are going to be those for Warzone that the community can really, chop the bit on and get excited for?
Yeah, over the last couple of years, I think the community has really resonated with our quality of life efforts. And I think this year going forward, we've got a massive list for season 1 coming up. But it's also a cross-studio effort. Not only is it Raven and Treyarch, I don't know if our friends at High Moon and Beanox are watching. If you are, thank you so much for everything that you do for Warzone. But things like seamless ascenders, seamless
dog shit midget
lines,
POV.
Again, fluidity.
No one has mentioned Infinity Ward a single time during this. I haven't even heard the name.
Dude,
they have absolutely nothing to do with any of this.
The patch notes is going to be a big one. Yeah. So prepare, get a cup of tea and sit down and read the patch notes when they come out.
We'll get a cup of coffee.
I love me some patch notes, but speaking of Season 1, we know one thing the community has been asking for, Pete, is the return of Battle Royale.
Here we go.
Play. And we had previously said the end of the year. So I got to ask you, do you have any updates for us?
I sure do. So, we've really evaluated the last few years of what we've been doing with Ranked as a system.
Yeah.
We've started out with the foundation, and we like the foundation, but we want to build upon that. So we're happy to continue our work with Treyarch here and really build upon the infrastructure that's already there. So we're rebalancing and retooling the Ranked experience, and we're happy to announce that Ranked Battle Royale is coming to Season 1 during Season 1 on Urzikstan.
It's always great.
Okay, Season 1 on Urzikstan.
Coming to Ranked Play in both multiplayer and Warzone this year. It's always awesome.
Sure, I'll get iridescent again.
Our Ranked Play teams at Raven and Treyarch get together and collaborate on a Warzone Ranked mode, and really excited to share more as we get closer to launch.
And that means we got all the toys
I'm excited.
from Black Ops 6, like Omni Movement coming to Big Map Ranked.
It's going to change it up.
I mean, honestly, I can't think of anything better. Unreal stuff. I mean, thank you, Ted, Lawrence, Pete. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. We look forward to the next chapter of what we're going to be seeing in Warzone. Man, I mean, how do you top that? That is wild stuff.
Well, Alex, I got one more thing. And
No way.
before we let you go, here it is. This spring, we'll be celebrating an incredible 5 years of Warzone. And on behalf of all of us who work to bring the Warzone experience to life each day, thank you for playing. It only feels right that to celebrate this milestone, we've got to go back to our roots, which is why I am happy to officially confirm that the iconic 2020 launch map from the original Call of Duty Warzone, Verdansk, will return spring 2025.
Spring, baby!
Right now.
Stay tuned for more information on this next year. Casters, back to you.
Incredible. I hate all of them. I want them all to be shot.
Superstore.
Wow.
Yeah, we can go
With the stim
Superstore.
shot.
We can go to Dam. We can go to Hangers. Big favor mine.
Can we
I'm a
be
big
serious,
Dam
though?
person.
Boneyard.
It is so cool for them to be listening to the community and bringing back
You
the
land on
favorites. I know
Dam?
a lot of the Warzone players have been talking about this for a minute.
Yeah,
want
we're
to
done
hang
with this
from
broadcast.
Dam.
Are we done?
Yeah, I think so.
We're done.
Hold on, let's
Nothing-
keep this thing a little longer.
Playing Warzone. Not me, folks, but yeah, a lot of fun. But Dance coming back 2025. Get in your calendars, fam. Oh no, FIFA, what happened to you?
Yeah, I can't do it anymore. Okay, yeah, we're done. We're done with that broadcast. That was probably the last thing. If it wasn't, we'll talk about it later.
Was. They said it was the end.
Yeah. Okay. Wow is what I always say when I hear Verdansk is coming back. Marcus with the $20 super chat says donation for Tanner to buy a motorcycle. Hashtag Low Cap Memorial Fund. Bless up to Low Cap. F's in the chat. And I support that, Marcus. Thank you very much. I would match that to buy Tanner a motorcycle, an Indian Scout specifically. Yes,
an little Indian Scout.
Yes, I would love that. Marcus, thank you very much for the 20. Bones King to the Low Cap Grieving and Memorial Fund. We appreciate it, big dog. Now to COD Next. So we finished it. I've done all I can stomach. I think that was it though. If there's any more, obviously we'll talk about it later. So I want to spend just a little bit talking about Warzone and what we learned from COD Next relating to Warzone right now, because on Saturday we will have played the beta by then for that episode, and that's what we're going to be talking about on Saturday. So talking right now about what we saw relating to multiplayer doesn't really make sense or matter, because we're going to have experience ourselves with it by Saturday. So we're going to kind of skip it for that. And then zombies, we didn't really learn much new, so there's not really that much to say on that either. Warzone, however, we're not going to see these new Warzone systems until season 1 of BO6. So this is the only thing that we're going to be waiting a long time for, because obviously we're going to see the zombie stuff on launch day. So overall, I give this COD Next a 9 out of 10 in terms of Warzone. There are only a couple things I dislike and only a couple things I'm worried about. So one thing I dislike is Overkill is not standard anymore, and it's coming back as a wild card. The reason I don't like that is because the meta is always going to be using 2 primary weapons. That's always what you're going to do if you want to do your best in Warzone. So either you give me Overkill by default so I can just skip all the rigmarole, get one loadout, and have my 2 primary weapons. Or if you're not going to do that, then what I'm instead going to do is what I used to do in MW 2019 Warzone 1, which is create a loadout that doesn't use Overkill, but it uses Gunfighter instead, for example, and get an 8 attachment primary. And then I will either go to a buy station and buy a 5 attachment SMG, which is completely sufficient. And then I have the benefit of Overkill without having to actually sack a perk slot for it. Or I'll go to a buy station and buy an 8 attachment SMG, if that's going to be possible. Or I'm going to just buy another loadout, or my first loadout, and then get my second Gunfighter primary weapon, my SMG, and then I'm going to turn around and pick up the AR I just dropped. Just like in Warzone 1, we would buy our first loadout, get the AR, or actually we would use Overkill, but then we would go to the free loadout drop and pick it up again, and then just pick up the weapons we had dropped. So then we had Ghost and Overkill benefit without having to sack the perk slot. There's no world where, oh, Overkill isn't default, so I'm going to use a pistol the whole game. There's no world where that's happening. So this just makes... And it's weird because they were talking about how they want to make everything more fluid and make everything more streamlined and have greater quality of life. And I think largely they've done that. But this is one glaring exception, in my opinion. This is a step backward in terms of quality of life, because now you're going to make me essentially hit a loadout twice, which I don't want to have to do. And especially now that I've tasted having Overkill as a default. Because again, there's no world where I'm just not choosing an SMG. Like, why would I? If I can buy one or hit a second loadout. I'm always going to be doing that, and now you're making me do it, which is annoying. But besides that, everything else... Oh, another thing I'm worried about a little bit... It's very hard to tell, like Tanner was saying. The audio is bad. It's turned down low. But in relationship to the audio of the gunshots, I was not hearing footsteps. I literally didn't hear one. That's a little concerning, but we'll see. This is an alpha build after all, and it's not like the audio quality is super great here. So fair. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I'm worried. And one thing, and besides that, a couple other things I'd like to point out. What was I going to say? Yeah, gunplay looks good. Time to kill looks good. UI looks very good. Visibility looks good. Having a dedicated melee weapon is interesting, and I'm actually not that mad about it anymore, especially if it gives you unlimited attack sprint. I think it's actually kind of cool. But obviously we'll have to play and see for ourselves. And then there was something else I was going to say. Oh, precision airstrikes in the helicopter did not seem very loud either. So, again, maybe it's because the audio quality wasn't super high, or they've turned down dramatically the sound of a precision airstrike, which would be nice. But yeah, besides that, Warzone actually looks surprisingly similar to what we have now, except there are some improvements on top of it. Unlike when we went from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2, at the end of Warzone 1, Raven had done all of these cool, good quality of life improvements, and then all of a sudden MW2 came out and they just didn't bring them back. It was insane. But right now in this alpha build, we're seeing every quality of life change they made thus far already implemented. So the gas mask auto equipping and it having very good visibility even when it's on. What else? The little UI widget that shows your squad total money and the squad, how many plates they have, if they have a gas mask, if they have a kill streak, that's already implemented. Every other little quality of life feature that we've grown accustomed to, they're finally just keeping them in instead of like starting from scratch every year. So there's definitely more to say, and we will talk more about it. Maybe on Patreon is what we'll do, because we're not going to be talking about Warzone on Saturday, or just maybe next week or something. But we will. There's more to say on Warzone for sure.
I think we'll have to talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, on Patreon.
Oh, okay.
We'll record tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Because there's by the way, we're like watching COD Next live. And we're like cycling through streamer POVs like every millisecond rather.
Yeah.
So we'll go on Twitter and actually get like details on a lot of these things that would require like pausing and taking notes that we haven't done.
Yeah, I haven't looked at any of the tweets really. So
yeah, but there's probably a lot of like way more detailed info we've learned from COD Next that kind of just slipped under our radar. So there's a lot to say on Warzone, and we'll talk about that on Patreon for all of our patrons, by the way, at any tier. But overall, again, 9 out of 10. This looks really, really good. I'm extremely excited. I'm very happy to see the backpack going away as well. Just a lot of good stuff. And their design philosophy where they're trying to make everything fluid and streamlined. I love that. What are your first impressions?
It was pretty much... Warzone actually had more changes than I expected. Like even just like I honestly didn't expect like the font of things to change, because it's not like you're kind of been comparing it to like Warzone 1 to 2, but that was like advertised as a new game. This isn't. So actually the changes that we've seen, there's a lot more than I expected, basically. Like with perk changes and stuff that they're doing, lootable perks that we'll get actual more info from and talk about tomorrow after we discuss that more. So Warzone, I was pleasantly surprised at the amount of changes it's receiving, actually. So that was good. Zombies was what I expected, pretty much. Showed off the new map. They didn't say we were going to really see much other than they were revealing the new maps. That looked really cool. And multiplayer, virtually, we learned, I don't think, anything since it's all been leaked already. So that also was about what I expected, which is, for me, the least exciting part of it, because we've been seeing everything for a month now. But especially zombies and all the Warzone stuff, really, really good news, really good info. The more we watched the Warzone gameplay, the better it looked. It's crazy what just swapping between different streams will do. Because you watch one guy play that they put up on the screen and the game looks terrible. And then you watch Biffle or like Hisoka Shifty play when they have them pulled up, and it looks like a different game. They're moving faster. They're just, everything they're doing makes the game look a lot better. So as we watch more, it looked really good. So I'm very excited for Warzone.
Yeah.
Excited for Verdansk to come back too.
Oh yeah, and Verdansk is coming back. We've gotten confirmation, and it'll be in spring. So what season would that be? It'd probably be season 2, honestly. So season 1 will be big map ranked. That's coming confirmed to Urzikstan. So that would be probably mid-November. And then 6 weeks after that would be January 1st, which would be probably season 2.
It might
around the 5-year anniversary. You could just look up when the 5-year anniversary of Warzone is.
It's March.
Okay, so it's probably season 3 then. Yeah, it's almost certainly season 3. Yeah, it's almost certainly season 3 then. So
yeah,
that'll be a good amount of time with Urzikstan. I'm not like totally sick of Urzikstan yet. By March, I probably will be, although it's going to feel way more fresh than it does now. Once obviously the integration happens, we get all the new guns and the wild cards and all that. And Verdansk coming back is going to be super interesting. I wish we had gotten a look at what it looks like, because yeah, as we've talked about, and we'll probably talk about tomorrow on Patreon. That's going to be a tall order, bringing Verdansk back, because you don't want to bring it back as a 1-to-1 copy, obviously, but you don't want to change it too much either, like they did with Fortune's Keep, for example, and ruin it. So they've got some big shoes to fill, but I'm excited to see it. And I think they will make a lot of dramatic improvements, like boarding up a ton of windows in a lot of these buildings, for example, and having rappels. Just rappels alone, and how many there can and probably almost certainly will be, vertical and horizontal, is going to make Verdansk play a lot better than it used to, and how ratty and campy it was. There isn't going to be a building anymore that is 8 stories tall with one way to the top of it. That's not happening anymore. So that's going to mean Verdansk plays a lot better. Not to mention, snipers aren't going to be as strong as they were in Warzone 1. But anyways, that's getting a little into the weeds. We'll talk more about that on Patreon. But by the way, one other thing I'll say, Area 99, the new Resurgence map, looks way better than I possibly thought it could. It's like a great size. It's a great layout. Visibility looks awesome. The vibes are awesome too, which is important. I like the aesthetic a lot. It's sunny, clear, bright, sunshiny day. It's got a lot of color. It's just fantastic. I'm really excited for that map. And even seeing the gameplay of it, it looked like small, but not too small, which is what you want, I think, from a Resurgence map. I'm incredibly giga excited. I almost don't even care about the beta, honestly. I do. I want to play the multiplayer, but I really want to play the Warzone. I really want to play Area 99 a lot. Oodles. Heaps, some would say.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'll be playing too much Urzikstan. Well, there will be ranked play, so never mind. Yeah, I wonder when Season 1 comes out. Because I was thinking December, but yeah, it might...
I would be surprised if it was that late. I think it'll be like,
I mean, that's when
week
it usually
2 or 3 of November. Really? I don't think we do a month of Season 0. Maybe we have. I don't know.
We almost always do, I think. Yeah, it's like usually 30 days or more.
Really?
Because it comes out October 25th. Maybe we get Season 1 late November. Late November, early December, then probably, yeah. I would imagine. Let's see.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm going to be so invested in like multiplayer and zombies though that I don't even care really when Season 1 starts. It'll be fun, but
Season 1 of MDO 3 was December 6th to February 6th.
When did MDO 3 launch though?
November 10th. So that's 15 days after BO6. So yeah,
2 weeks.
Maybe it will be.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be like late November or something. But then you got another holiday there where they're also gone for a week. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
That's probably why that's probably why they would keep the same timetable, so that they have more time post launch of Season 1 before Christmas break to clean up all the bugs. That actually makes me think even more that it's going to be like mid-November when Season 1 comes. So that they launch it, it's a disaster, and then they have like an actual month to clean up all the bugs and stuff. That would be a great thing to do, I think. So yeah, they never officially said, by the way, when the integration happens, because they could, in theory, do the Warzone integration before they launch ranked play on Urzikstan. I don't think they will, to be clear.
I think they do. Charlie Intel has now tweeted Battle Royale ranked play is coming to Urzikstan with Season 1 reloaded. So we probably get the integration Season 1 and then Season 1 reloaded we get ranked play.
Yeah, that tracks.
They said in season, but yeah, he's saying reloaded, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, any other thoughts, Big Giant Dog?
No.
That is all,
lots,
boys
but not right now.
And girls, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there are oodles of thoughts that we have and we will share with you. Patreon.com/Dropshot if you want to hear more of our thoughts on Warzone. Because it's going to be quite a while till we learn much new about Warzone between now and its integration, honestly. I wouldn't expect anything else really to come out. What else is there to know? I think the only other big question I have right now is what other wild cards are going to be in the game besides Gunfighter and Overkill. That's what I'm like very
what I want to know
about
that they did not mention? Map changes to Urzikstan. I don't think that was ever confirmed. That was all leaks as saying there would be a lot of map changes coming to Urzikstan with the BO6 integration. So is that true or not? Will there be any changes?
Yeah, good question.
About ranked play.
Good question. And if there aren't, I mean, I like map changes because they keep things novel when nothing else is keeping things novel. But if we didn't get any, but we got the integration, I'm fine with that. Like, it's going to be so different feeling. Although obviously I would prefer map changes on top of it, of course. So
here's the thing: even with Urzikstan map changes, 80% of the player base will be playing the new Resurgence map because Resurgence is one more popular and it's a new map. So
yeah,
people won't be playing Urzikstan probably. So maybe they don't even waste their time with it.
Mm-hmm.
And stay.
And I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah. So we'll see you guys on Saturday. We're going to talk about the beta. And if you wanted to see us play the beta, I will live stream it on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Razinon. So you can give me a follow there. I'll live stream it. That'll be a fun time. And then on Saturday, we will give you guys our thoughts on the beta. And I'm very excited to get my hands on that. So we'll see you then. Thank you for all the super chats, super chats, and gifted memberships, stuff like that. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.